best thing you've ever said.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the one and only, the human turret, one of the best ARs to ever do it. Give it up for the world champ himself, Sam LaRue Octane. We got some of the best analysis in the game, angle responsibility. Give it up for the world champ himself, Christopher Duarte Parasite. We got the multi-world champion, a multi-champion, a legend, an icon to the Call of Duty space. Give it up for Patrick Price sakes. And then, of course, we got the one and only, the executive producer of The Flank. Give it up for Benji Nassim. Benji, talk to me, Benji. You're looking good, Ben. You're looking good.
Yeah, you know who wasn't looking good today, Tom?
Who,
New York
Benji?
Knicks, bro. The New York Knicks.
They lost, Benji. They lost.
Oh, it was bad, Tom. It was bad.
That's not good, Benji. That's not good.
But you know what is looking good is my fantasy team. Shout out Mercules. Let's get going. I'm excited to talk about the matches.
Yeah, so you got Mercules last pick, right? Like for your substitute?
No, fourth round. I actually jumped around to
Oh,
get Merc.
Benji.
I wasn't going to wait till last round. I want to make sure
you think you're him
Merc,
right now, huh? You think you're him because of that. Nah, that's a good play, Benji. You know what I mean?
Finesse little Tom.
Nah, that's good work from Benji Nassim. What about you, Sam? How you doing over there? You feeling good? You all right, brother?
I'm a victim of Ben's fantasy team.
Oh, no. What happened, Sam? What happened?
I'm playing him. He's fucking railing me. Jamar Chase is putting 55 on my head right now.
Yeah, I think Sam said before the OpTic series, I need Merc to get pissed on, and yeah, the exact
He did
opposite.
the pissing on.
Yeah, he did the pissing on. The exact opposite happened. So, you know, we'll obviously get to that one. But what about you, DeFarte? How you doing over there, brother? You doing all right?
I'm good. Can't complain. I've been excited to watch OpTic play this week. You know, they didn't disappoint outside of that first match, but my boy Merc, he's, you know, proven everybody that there's a lot of talent in challengers, and yeah, he's a fucking beast. So
yeah,
he's excited to talk about it.
He's fucking insane. I'm excited to get into it. What about you, Pat? How you doing over there, Pat? You doing all right?
Doing good, Tom. Talking to the crowd. Is everybody in challengers your boy?
It's a good question.
No, I have a lot of friends down there, but me and Merc are
I
good
swear,
buddies.
everybody that's came up from challengers is like your guy, bro.
I mean, I have a good eye for talent, and it is what it is. Yeah, me and Merc would play. Merc would play a lot of ranked, and then he just comes in my chat every once in a while and just yaps.
You could say with Chris Parasite, when in regards to challengers, he's never wrong, just early.
But
Yeah,
have
I've
you ever
definitely been wrong
dropped
about a
Merc,
couple
though?
people, but
have you ever dropped Merc? Have you ever dropped Merc, Duarte?
Did you drop him? Did you drop him?
I might have dropped him. I might have dropped him.
No, Tom.
No, first of all, I didn't just drop Merc. I blew up the whole Stallions roster. I told the Stallions were the Stallions are no more. So go find another team. That's what I told him. I didn't just drop Merc because he was on the. We obviously thought Merc was a phenomenal player. We just, you know, we dropped the whole roster. It's what happens when people bust my balls and I lose composure. But hey, shout out to Merc. I think we've all known. Chris, I think we've known Merc has been a good player for a while now. You know what I mean?
He's got his come up is kind of crazy. It's probably one of the more impressive ones we've had in a short while.
Look what happened. He goes to the Stallions. We dropped the Stallions. We dropped the whole roster. Look at him now. Guys on OpTic Texas flourishing. It's a beautiful fucking story. But so, Pat, how you doing? Pat, you doing all right? Pat, I know we're playing each other in fantasy, and that's not looking too good for me, Pat, is it?
Yeah, I'm kind of having my way with you in fantasy, Tom. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Have you ever won?
I don't expect that.
Have you ever won a fantasy this year, Pat? Have you ever won a fantasy?
I have not, Tom. Have you though?
I have, Pat. I have. I couldn't remember, but it's coming to me now. It's coming to me. I actually
This may be my stage to win.
Hey, Pat, listen, if I don't make it to playoffs, I'll be rooting for you, Pat. I'll be rooting for you. Absolutely. But all right, let's hop into it. We got 4 matches to cover today. Man, what a very competitive day of COD, huh, guys? I mean, these matches were close. Let's hop into the first series of the day. We got the Miami Heretics going up against the Cloud9. Miami were able to take this series 3-1 over New York. Only map that Cloud9 was able to win was the map number 1 on the Volt Hardpoint, 250 to 222 in that one. Good plays coming in from Cloud9, but after that, it was easy sailing for Miami. They continue to fry in S&D. I think that's 6 in a row now for Miami in search. I think ever since picking up Super, I think I saw a stat that they're like 12-3 or something in S&D. So these guys are moving in that game mode, 6-4. In the dealership S&D there. Then we get to a Vault Control. Miami win that one 3-0. That one wasn't even close. And then a Skyline Hardpoint, 250 to 204. Miami sweeping the next 3 maps. after that map 1. We'll scroll down and take a look at a stat sheet in Omaron. First series of the day. Wait, you already got a red carpet, ladies and gentlemen. We got a .88 from Capsule, a .88 from Kremp, a .94 from Sib, and a .9 from Spart. Everybody negative for Cloud9. On the other side, it's the opposite. Everybody in the green. You got a 1.23 from Super, a 1.11 from Rencor, a 1.11 from Real, and a 1.0 from Metals. We'll take a look here at the match MVP. It's going to be Super with a 1.17 in Hardpoint, a 2.25 in Search, and a 1.22 in Control. Listen, this guy Super can play, man, especially when it comes to S&D. This guy is unbelievable. Chris, we'll start with you. I hear you making some sound noises over there, some sound effects. What's going on?
He averages like a 2 KD in Search. Like I just couldn't tell you how many S&Ds he just sits there and drops double digits on. The guy's fucking insane, bro. I mean, dude, I think I think have they lost one S&D online, and then like I think the other two are at LAN, but
online.
They're undefeated online, so they've all come from LAN. Like even then, that's still fucking insane. Like these guys are. I mean, they haven't really skipped a beat. They look like they're pretty much the same team that they have been in the last qualifiers going into this major. So, I mean, if they perform up to their expectation, like these guys can easily make another Sunday. They're just a good, well-rounded team. I was kind of scared for them after that first map because C9 came out, and won that, and they looked like pretty good. But they put a stop to that real quick.
Yeah, for sure. Cloud9, they did come out hot. They come out hot and won the map point. Let's go over to you, Sam. What'd you think of the series? Cloud9 started well, but kind of fell off as the series went on.
Yeah, a lot of recency bias on the show, man, picking C9 to win this series.
Yeah.
But I knew the Miami Heretics could get it done. No cigarettes for Method Sick for me, man. I picked him to win this one.
Did you pick it from the pressure of Methods tweeting you, or did you pick it because you actually thought they were going to win?
I just think Miami's really good.
Wait, what did he
I thought
tweet?
they were gonna
Follow him back.
No, you don't remember
You
don't remember when they first picked up Super, like at that last stage, and we just kept picking like other teams to win because we didn't know how good Super was.
Yeah.
And then he kept tweeting us little cigarette emojis like every time we didn't pick their team.
Really? That's
Hey, bro.
goaty.
Well,
I've been
you
high on
know,
Heretics since mid-stage 3, bro.
What was happening was not just us. It was the breaking point guys. Like
Everyone,
we'd literally all be on the opposite team, and they get upset.
Miami's good as fuck, though, man. This was a good, just like shush series, I think. Like people have been hyping up C9, had a good win against FaZe. Miami just come out and kind of slam them. The control was clinical, dude. They've had a couple of rough controls their last couple series, even though they've been playing well. And 3-0 with dominant fashion was big for them.
Yeah.
But it was just a clean series through and through. I mean, they continue to impress in Search. Super's been unbelievable, obviously. And I mean, I'm still high on Miami, man. If these guys don't make Sunday, I'd be very surprised.
What about Cloud9, Sam? They impressed you at all today? I mean, they won the first map. They have been looking better since the roster changed. But
yeah, there's some growing pains, I think, still. Obviously, a new team, 2 new players. There's a lot to learn, but I'm still pleasantly surprised. I think, again, I'm just going to keep gassing the cap pickup. I still think it's great. I think Spart's been phenomenal in Respawn. Ben highlighted the rough rounds in Search, but yeah, I'm happy with C9's changes so far. Again, I mean, it takes a little while, and you're playing, one of the better teams in the league, so you're not expecting them to come out and fry like they did yesterday. But yeah, I mean, you've seen some positive things from C9, so hopefully they keep it up going forward and maybe make champs interesting. We'll see.
I think this goes all the way back to Pat's point, and I'm gonna let Pat take it here in a second. But like, bro, they had Attach and Mac on their team for so long. Like, Pat, you were not a fan.
If teams just made the changes when the writing is on the fucking wall, like it was just the fourth one this season now.
Bro, yeah, they just chalked their whole season to stay friends. Like, it's fucking insane, bro. I get it. Like, Lamar, all these guys, they have great friendships outside of the game. But it's like, bro, the team was terrible for months, and they just let that continue. And it's not like, yeah, this team is not going to make champs. It's fine. But they could have had a fucking chance had they made a roster move months ago. And the problem that I have is it's not like they couldn't have got this exact same fucking team. Like, both the guys they picked up have been in challengers the whole fucking time. It's not like they had to be like,
not only that, Pat, they trialed the guy that's currently on their team, gave him 1 day of practice and
on the wrong role. On the wrong role.
No. They gave him the right role, but they made Max swap to an AR.
Even worse, bro.
Like, they trialed the guy that made their team better with 1 day of practice and chalked it. And then went back to him like, yo, we're just kidding, like, you can join.
There was just a horrible mismanagement on this C9 squad in general, and that chalked their year. So their first year back in the league was chalked to just mismanagement. Simple as that.
Yeah, I will say, why even trial player if you're only going to play with him for 1 day? Like that's just kind of cheese, right? I mean, Capstone was probably.
I mean, bro,
like,
you
what
get
the
a
fuck?
your trial day is like a FaZe OpTic or like a FaZe Thieves. You get slammed. You're like, yeah, no, it's just not gonna work out.
And
Sorry,
people,
bro.
people were saying
Yeah.
it went well. So like, what the fuck happened?
I have no idea.
I think
power
it's
of friendship.
it's a learning lesson because I'm just curious on the C9 side, like, where like Lamar fell in the conversation, the players, like, though this might be one of those situations where if you're in Lamar's shoes, like, you've got to find a way to be objective and think externally and not fall victim to just, oh, we can figure this out. Oh, we have potential. Like, look externally and see, well, we're really struggling. We're falling away from the pack. Like, we might need to have that team change situation. But it's sad. It's sad, Chris, because
Sorry,
these
my
guys,
bad.
it's sad, Chris, because I think these guys have the talent that with the right, like, situation at this event, like, they can go pretty deep because they've got that pop-off potential.
I mean, we say this every year, but this should be a lesson to teams in the future. Like, you should go maximum literally 2 stages with a roster and figure it out. And the only reason I say 2 is because usually after the first stage, something big will probably change in the game or map sets will change. And usually after the second major, for the most part, you're playing that game for the rest of the year. For the most part, it rarely changes. So.
This has been common sense for years.
Yeah, exactly.
It has been, but like it just needs to stop. Like as soon as first major, second stage, shit's not going your way, bro. Look somewhere else and just try to pick up literally the best players you can, like that are showing some talent. Because at the end of the day, yeah, Challengers isn't the pro league, but they show promise down there. And then on top of that, your team is probably not going to get worse. You're either going to get better, or you're going to be in the same fucking boat you just were in, with just different people on there.
LAG.
Did you see what Merck said, Duarte, at the end of the interview today? I think it was Nameless, who was like, you've been in Challengers, right? Who were some players down there that you recommend? And he said Standy, and who was the other one he said?
Proloot.
Oh yeah, Standy and Proloot, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, Proloot was probably one of the best challenger players like the entire like first half of the year, and then Standy has been also really good. But I think people look at Standy and see his like issues with other teams, and like people maybe think he was like quote unquote a bad teammate, and like he had out of game issues as to why they didn't pick him up. But Standy's always been good. It's just like from the team aspect is where he kind of struggles. And then Byron, he just hasn't, or Proloot, sorry, just hasn't had an opportunity in ages, and he's always been on lackluster teams. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I can definitely see Standy getting back in there. He's been cooking, bro. Like Eli's been going nuts. Same with Proloot, both of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if any teams are gonna make those changes. Was Super make a crying face when they won? I didn't even see that. I didn't notice that till right now. Benjay, let's go to you. What'd you think of the series, Benjay? I gotta get your thoughts. What'd you think? Miami came out, they got the W, Cloud9. They look better, but still not enough to take down Miami today.
I thought for C9, they have a really good bag on that vault, like skyline handle. So I think they're always going to be a tough out in these series. I think the thing for C9, and we've seen it with a couple iterations of this team, the last one as well, we just have a tough time on that swing game mode control. Like to get in these mixy 1-1 series, and then too often we see them just get kind of waxed on that third map. The skyline got a little bit interesting. It ended up being like 150 at a point, but then Miami really pulled away. I think they got like a full 60 on a P1, and that was sort of how they got back in it. So I think there's a lot to like for C9. I think 2-2 is not a bad start for them. And Miami, yeah, as we said, cruise control. They can make another Sunday. We'll see.
Why are they so good at search? What makes Miami so different at
Super.
search? Do you think it just comes down to Super? It's just because of Super? You think that's why they're really good at search?
I mean, it's what the team has said. It's not even me. Like every interview that these guys have an opportunity to gas this guy, whether it be like play calling or just individual performance in the mode, they say that Super is just telling them what to do and just
what the fuck
dropping
is their
2.0s.
what is their first blood percentage and conversion rate? Because I know, Ben, you have stats like that on hand. Do you have it with their like new team? It's probably going to be a mix with all their older rosters, but I'm just curious if you have that on hand.
No, I don't. If someone has them, like an S Turtle, I actually don't know their first blood.
Bro, it's gotta be insane. I swear to God, the amount of rounds I see them get 1 kill, and then all of them are. They get 1 kill
purple like that. I've never seen that shit.
Bro, they get 1 kill, and then all of a sudden they're all literally together, and they just
play every map
win
like
rounds
Rio.
like that. Yeah,
Like
they
from
just,
last year, they play every map the exact same way that like FaZe would play Rio.
Yeah,
It's
they
just
play-
impossible to scam.
yeah.
The super stats,
Bro,
Yeah.
look at his last 4
I
SNDs.
told you, bro. I told you he's top 3, bro.
I told you this guy's literally averaging he's averaging a 2 KD. Like it's actually
Bro,
dumb.
yeah, Merck in his last 4 games, he had a 3.11, a 2.17, a 1.0, and a 2.25, all in Surge. The last 4 matches. That is crazy.
He's insane.
What I also went last map too, a couple times.
Rookie of the year.
Is that who you have as your rookie of the year still? You got Super?
By the end of the
over
year,
Red
it's
Core?
Super.
I think he's probably passed up ROKKR at this point. I'm not
By
gonna
the end
lie.
of the year, it's Super.
He is no bullshit the MVP of every series they win. Like, I'm not even lying. I don't think there has been a series they haven't won where he's not MVP. It's crazy.
Yeah, I
ROKKR's
I think what Meadows said in the interview today was that ROKKR's just been here the whole year, right? Where Super hasn't really been here the whole year. But
Well, he
I
just
mean,
missed one stage, right?
was it only
was it
one
two
stage?
sta- was it two stages?
I think it was
It
two
was two
stages.
stages.
Was it 2 stages?
Yeah, I think it was 2. Which I mean, that's half the year, right? It's half the majors. So
Yeah, that's fair.
maybe that's why. But
I mean, either way, bro, like whoever gets it, if like they don't bring up their boy on stage with them when they get that reward, like it's going to be one of them, unless like Merc literally wins fucking champs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he just goes on a tear. Like if it's either or, like if they don't bring their boy up on stage and celebrate with it together, like I'd be kind of disappointed. That'd be a nice moment for them because
make it interesting by the end of the year if OpTic plays
Yeah.
well, Major 4 and champs though. Like he has a top 3 with Ultra, so like if Major 4 champs happens and Merc shows out, like there's definitely an opportunity there as well.
for sure, Pat,
Yeah.
who are you giving Rookie of the Year to, in your opinion, Pat, based on everything you've seen so far?
Well, considering I've only seen Merc play 2 weekends, I'm going to go Super for.
Yeah, I was gonna say giving it to Merc right now. That'd be
Mike's coming out.
crazy. That'd be insane. This guy's
And
played 2 series.
I think Super's got everybody else beat.
Yep.
What about Kicks? Somebody said Kicks in the chat. He's played what a few series. What about
Saudi
you,
Rookie of the Year.
Benjay? Who you giving it to? I'd probably give it to ROKKR right now, just based on the overall
I think
season.
ROKKR, but I think that this event could determine a lot because Merc's coming on strong here this split. Super is a difference maker. It's an interesting race at the moment. I
What
think.
about
Rookie of the Year is given-
Neptune's there too. Neptune's he's in
No,
the
he's not a
played
rookie.
2
Hold
seasons, bro.
Scrap,
He played
that's
Cold
disrespectful,
War.
brother. What Scrap
Neptune
said
played
is that. Come on,
Vanguard
Scrap.
and Cold War, bro.
Yeah,
we got
yeah,
no
yeah,
ball
yeah,
knowers.
That's not his rookie year. That's
We have
true.
0 ball
Wait, I was
knowers.
gonna say, is Rookie of the Year given to
Yeah,
people
he's not a
before
rookie.
champs?
Nah, he's
It's
not a
given to people before champs,
So
right?
the way it works is that they usually vote during the major four split.
Which is the worst thing
champs.
ever, bro. Like, do it after. It's the same thing. And I've always said this, bro. I hate the NBA because they do MVP and they don't count the fucking playoffs. And frauds win MVP in the NBA who are garbage in the playoffs. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about, bro. You gotta see it all, bro. You
But
have
they
to
do
see
this
it
in
all.
the NFL too. Like every league does this. The NHL, like they
Yeah,
all do it
but-
based on the regular.
yeah,
season.
they're all
I mean,
wrong.
they should do it after Major 4 at least. Like the only argument you could have against either Super or ROKKR in favor of like Merc is if they like go on and win the next major if you're doing it before champs, because he essentially like his presence would essentially bail out OpTic and get them an event win in a season that's otherwise been fucking abysmal. But outside of that, it's ROKKR or Super. For me, it's Super though.
I just hope genuinely, Rookie of the Year conversation aside, that like teams just view this season, all of these pickups and the reversals that these teams have had in their seasons, like just fucking make the change. We've seen it with Neptune, we've seen it with Super, we're now seeing it with Merc. Like just just do it, dude.
Yep.
Please.
They're not going to, Sam. You know this, bro. Everybody.
I'm
looks
just
after their
pleading, bro.
friends
Like,
and, like,
it's
begging.
egregious, man. Like C9's getting better. Granted, they're not fucking winning events, but like their team is visually better, of course. Like, just make the roster change, bro. It's insane.
Yeah, you guys got any other final thoughts with Miami or Cloud9 or anything else that you want to add to the series or what you saw today?
Listen, bro. I've been a part of Cloud9 for many years before. I'll do them a solid 2.5 mil over 3.
I like that.
Oh my
Pat.
God, a little % off, Pat.
Yeah, because bro, I've
Like
been there
that.
before, you know. So it's like
So you're willing to give him a little discount, Pat? You're giving him a discount?
I
a
like
discounted price?
Jack and everybody at C9 for sure. But yeah, I think they need some guidance, bro, to not allow that mismanagement to happen again.
Absolutely. I like that, Pat. Pat's a good deal. You know, Pat 2.5 over 3, I think that's doable, if you ask me.
Actually, it might have to come down a little bit because I can't live in LA, so I'll probably have to take an additional discount. Be remote, but
Yeah, that's fine. I'm sure you can work something out. But anybody else got any other final thoughts before we move on?
No.
All right. Okay, absolutely. Let's move on to the next series of the day. We got the Minnesota ROKKR going up against the Los Angeles Guerrillas Genomates. This one ended in a map 5 victory for the Minnesota ROKKR. Thank God, because if they would have lost another map 5, it'd be looking real rough for these guys.
Especially the Guerrillas. Jesus.
Yeah, especially to LAG.
Especially after a Falcons loss.
I mean, hey, listen, I was watching the Los Angeles Guerrillas getting shit on, just laughing in the camera. These guys don't give a fuck. I mean, it's over with for these guys. We can start things off at a rewind harp Hardpoint. Minnesota get the W there, 250 to 173. LAG then bounce back with a round 11 win in the red card S&D. Protocols control. We got a 3-1 victory for Minnesota. LAG bounce back again with a 250 to 219 win in the Skyline Hardpoint. And then we get to a rewind S&D, which I thought was actually going to go to a round of 11. But it was actually LAG who trolled a 4v2 to send it to a round 11, and Minnesota were able to clutch it up. We'll scroll down, take a look here at the stat sheet. Everybody from LAG negative except for the Bulldog Kismet with a 1.05. Everybody else, Tyler Fellow, 0.86, Lunars, 0.87, Johnny, 0.96. Everybody's struggling over there. On the other side, you have a 0.89 from Kenny, but everybody else positive. You got a 1.13 from Estrio, a 1.01 from Gio, and Nero with a 1.22 leading the lobby in KD and damage. Wouldn't be surprised to see him as the match MVP. There he is. It's Mr. Carbone, Mr. Nero with a 1.23 in Hardpoint, a 0.83 in Search, and a 1.67 in Control. Duarte, we'll start with you. All right, we got Minnesota ROKKR going up against LAG. What are your initial thoughts, Chris? I thought for a second here we're going to see Minnesota choking yet again in another map.
Yeah, I mean, Minnesota went to another one and done. I mean, that's essentially what all their series are. Map 5 and Estrio popped off in that one. Pretty much closed the series for them. But yeah, I mean, the story with ROKKR in terms of their series is like, are we going to see who's going to like play well, who's going to get shit on? And for this one, most of the time, most of the maps, they had somebody playing really well, which ended up, giving them the victory in 3 of these. So, I mean, good win for ROKKR. But if, I mean, there's not really much to talk about when they're playing a team like LAG. I mean, Nero shit on them first map and Estro shit on the third map or the fourth map. Or no, sorry, Jesus, map 5. So outside of that, LAG, yep, they still suck. Their year's chalked. I don't really know what they're going to do if they're going to go into this EWC with the same team. But yeah, I mean, this is just kind of a waste of time. Like, they're just not doing anything. What's the point of this roster now?
I don't know. I don't really know what the point is now. I don't even know. I guess at this point they're playing for what? EWC, Chris? They're playing for Esports World Cup?
Yeah, but do they really think this is going to, like, the team they have now is going to, like, do anything there? What is your plan? Are they going to just wait for, like, the champs qualification shit to be over and try to pick apart other teams and see who they can get? Or
who the hell's going to want who the hell from any other team is going to want to go here?
That's what I'm saying. So, like, what are they trying to do is my question. I wish, like, we knew, because every week this just goes by and the same shit, different day.
Yeah. I mean, Ben, we'll go to you. Ben, what are your thoughts? Minnesota going up against LAG. I mean, what's next for LAG? What you think about Minnesota? Give us your thoughts, Benjay.
Well, I think ROKKR, nothing comes easy with these guys, and you guys know my thoughts. I think they're a pretty dogless level of a team at times. So that's kind of concerning if you're a ROKKR fan.
Well, Ben's locked in right now.
Yeah, I don't know why my cam's frozen, but that aside, I think ROKKR just continue to kind of make every series and situation very difficult. On the LAG side, yeah, they've had some better showings here. They kind of grind this one out. But I kind of not really sure what the direction or what really to take away from this team and the players right now. It just feels like they're just chewing minutes, wasting time, and I'm not sure if any of these players are going to be here next year. So I kind of agree they got to figure out how to kind of build something towards EWC, and we'll see if they do that. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
They just threw darts at a dartboard with this team at the end of the day. They got picked up. Bro. Yeah, you're gonna if you're just gonna pick up like any sort of challenger players you can get, like without any sort of like team cohesion, or maybe picking up like a certain amount of like a duo or something like that, it's probably not gonna go well.
The Looters were somewhat of a duo.
Yeah, but
and Johnny won an event MVP, so I mean, yeah, they did what they could.
I just don't know.
But the team was chalked before they made a change.
You think so, Pat? You think they were always chalked?
Yeah, bro. They again another team that just stuck way too fucking long with a horrible roster. Drop Priesta, drop Skies. Like it team was just bad for so long that their change didn't even matter.
That's Pat, man.
They're out, bro. They're out.
No, that's insane. No, that is fucking insane.
They're not going to champs, bro.
This is probably his fellow's last stint in the league. I'm not gonna lie. He's just been lackluster this year, and we were gassing him up for a bit because he was doing well in challengers.
Wait,
and
who,
granted,
Chris?
Fellow.
Oh, fellow.
Granted, he was doing well in challengers, and you could say maybe he'd do better in like a less dartboard fucking esque team. I mean, he just hasn't really shown us much at all. If anything, he's probably been the most lackluster on the team. Today. Yeah, but it's just like whatever. I feel like there's just better.
Well today,
I'd like to see him transition into like coaching or something, though. I just think he's kind of done. Like this is going to be his last shot. I don't think he's going to end up on a team next year, or he's going to be in challengers again.
I could see him ending up on as like a coach or something, or just doing something along. Because I feel like he could be pretty valuable in that aspect. He's been around for a long time, but in terms of playing, it might be tough.
I mean, like I said, you can say he's been on some like bad teams or lackluster teams, but like that's still like not excuse. You can't use that excuse forever. And granted, it might be true because I mean, shit, I felt like I've had that when I was competing a while. That shit doesn't matter, bro. People aren't going to look at it that way, and people are just going to be like, oh, you're probably a liability, and they're just not going to pick you up. But I still think he has a good mind for the game. So hopefully, if he doesn't compete next year because his stock is chalked, maybe he can transition in like a coaching role or something.
Let me flip it.
That is not being a hater, bro. That is being completely honest.
Let me flip it a little bit that it's not from a hater perspective. If you're someone like Fellow and the word on the block is we're going to have 2 new franchises potentially coming in, buying out other teams, they might want to clean house, bring their own people in. Look at the LAG situation. What do they want to do? There's been some Vegas staff turnover, and maybe they want to hire more people. There's a staffing opportunity here. If you want to make your transition now, you'll have some leverage because there are new situations you can get into, or existing staffs you can hop on and you start getting that experience and use your expertise. It's not a bad time to do it.
Yeah.
Sam, I want to go over to you and get your thoughts on the series, and if you think Parasite's being a big old hater. What do you think, Sam?
I don't think he's hating. I mean, it's a tough situation for LAG. I really do think that they got unlucky because I mean, like I said, they were in the running for that LAT team at the beginning of the year. That fell through. They tried the run back with the NYSL team. That just didn't work. And then they picked up challenger players, and unfortunately, it just didn't have the same results as say like a Miami or Vancouver did. So I mean, it is an unfortunate situation for LAG's season, but going forward, I truly don't know what direction they want to go. If they're willing to spend or get like a good mid-pack team in the offseason, or even if they keep this team for EWC, I would be curious to see. But on the side of ROKKR, I mean, their inability to win in less than 5, but also not lose in less than 5 is genuinely impressive. I mean, 16 game 5s on the year at this point. If it went round 11 on the rewind last map, I probably had LAG winning, but thankfully they won it in 10. ROKKR is just a confusing team to me, man.
They said at the end, Sam, are they like 2-9 in round 11, like or some shit like that? Or not round 11 in game 5s, like in
they're like last 8. They were 0-8 or something like that. They started like 4-0. They were good. They were pretty icy to start the year, but they've obviously trended downwards. But I don't know, man. I think Geo and Nero and Estriel, like they're all really talented players, but they're just breakers. I don't know what it is, man. Even last year, like Vegas game 5s last year were fucking miserable to watch. So I really don't know what it is, because I think that they're insanely talented players, but they just, whenever they get into the gotta have it moments, they just very rarely do. But I think that they're much better than their record reflects.
I know, but unfortunately, Chris, COD is littered with the history of players that are talented and just can never get over that next hump of, winning big matches.
Well, let's be real here. It's a collective. It's a collective issue. It's not like you can put any of these guys on another team and they probably will succeed. Like they're all good enough in terms of like raw talent to be on a team.
Tom just pulled it up. Thank you, Tom.
Yep, Sam. I'm pulling it up because I have a feeling this is where we're going here. Because this
is you literally just read my mind. Like, what is this play call? Like we're in a route like this is where I'm confused. Like if you're getting into the moment and like crazy, maybe it's like the moment is starting to get to you a little bit. Like Estriel is just banging B by himself while his team is slow working A. Like is their play call just like Estriel go try to get a kill? Like, or is he getting overzealous in the moment and throwing his life away while or miscomming when his team's trying to work an off bomb site? Like either he's going too early.
Did you see that guy?
I mean, solo baiting in like the clear spot that everybody plays in the door. Like everybody sits in that door. So whether it's like, again,
Nero's by himself. And Nero's by himself on A. He does too.
Is the moment getting to them and like they're just confused by the play call or I don't know what it is, because it just seems like they're on 2 completely separate pages this specific round 11, but this has been a seasonal issue, obviously.
Bro, it's not a seasonal issue. These players are the same problem last year on fucking Vegas. You remember that round 11 situation that happened on Invasion last year?
Yeah, when Nero that died in the tank or whatever it was.
Yeah, in a post plan. I just think they got to learn how to ice up, bro. It's very difficult, that maybe it requires them to go their separate ways, but as it's right now, these guys just make their lives difficult for no fucking reason.
I think it's me. I think mainly Geo and Estriel, not Geo and Estriel, Geo and Nero, they're going to just have to go separate ways, bro.
Some things you can't learn, bro. You either have it or you don't. That simple.
I mean, usually ice would it comes and goes with like reps, the kind of thing. Like throughout my career, like I would go on like game 5 losing streaks or S&D, fucking whatever. But I feel like it comes and goes, and just with these guys, like, dude, fuck me, man. I don't know.
But you had it, and it comes and goes. When you don't have it, it's not ever coming, bro. I called this out in that invasion clip. You live and die by that play style. Like, he has one gear. If he's in the flow state,
Talking about Nero, right?
Nero,
yeah, and there's not just him. There are other players, bro. When he's on in that mode, he can fry for sure. It's not a consistent way, and it's not going to win you championships. It's that simple, bro. He'll win games. He'll definitely win you some games. But
I just think it's a difficult conversation on like the direction of the team, because Nero has like even today he had like situationals where I think he was blacking out. Like game 5, he had a couple crazy plays, but like he'll have like series where he drops 1-2s, 1-3s, and it's just like, damn, he like just genuinely fucking pulled his balls on the table and slammed. But there's so many moments where he's just at his floor and it feels so bad. And I would sacrifice his upside so much to just like bring the floor up. And I feel like it's just medals. He's just North American medals.
I'm trying to take CDL players in my career, bro, and drag their bars around.
It's fucking crazy, bro.
What'd you say, Pat?
I said Sam's trying to take like CDL players in my career and drag their bars up and down. To
I would genuinely. That's what I'm saying. Like it's hard to go or where to go with the team, because Nero can just solo win you a series. He'll just have like a fuck you tweak series and just win it by himself. But at the same time, it's a very hot and cold thing.
Yeah, I think that was the convo we had today during the watch party, right? Some people were like, if you were the GM of LAG, what would you do? Or sorry, of Minnesota, what would you do? And I mean, we were talking about it. It's kind of a weird one, right? Because it's like their ceiling is so high. But what'd you say, Pat?
Full rebuild.
Yeah, so, Pat, you would get rid of the whole roster?
I mean, bro, like I'd have a conversation. Like I'd evaluate who you think you can keep on this team. I'd probably say Gio for me.
Would you keep Ken here or no?
I mean, I'd have to see how Kim plays out the rest of the year. And even irrelevant to that, I would have to see what the next game is. If the next game is like this game, probably not. No bullshit.
I agree with that.
I have to see who's available too. I think Gio.
If this game is next year, I'm building the most fucking brainless, just like 4 Neptune, 4 fucking Kyler, run it down, trade, like just head bash roster, dude. If we're playing this game again.
Yeah.
100%.
But to your point, Sam, that only gets you so far. That gets you halfway there. You still need, if you're going to get those players, you still need to make the right decisions.
Oh, of course.
Round 11 against Atlanta FaZe, LA Thieves, whoever, if you actually want to win something.
I would still
bring
keep
up Neptune in a good light, by the way, not a bad one.
100%.
I would still keep Estro and Gio and then see what's out there after that. I think Gio and Nero just need to go their separate ways, and I think Nero will still land on a team because he does bring up a lot of upside. I just think he needs somebody I just think he needs a core that's going to balance him out, bro. Like, I don't know. He's I don't think he's going to, like, with the way he plays now, I don't think he's ever going to be like on a top 4 team just by like his up and downs, but like he needs to find a team that's going to like balance him out and maybe like be able to kind of make up for whenever he's having those bad games, because or like those like mid games or bad games in general, because I still think he brings up a lot of upside. But I think Gio and Nero need to like split up because their history in game 5s dating back to Vegas is not good.
The only problem, Chris, with Nero is like he's just, because he's got that high ceiling sometimes but low floor, like he's always going to be that 4th or 5th choice sub, and until he has like a real step forward as a player, like he's not getting in one of those better situations. He's going to be in every roster mania, a guy that has to wait until the 6th best team, 7th best team is building their roster.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like when I just look at Nero and like how good he is when he is on, I just feel like he's like, if he like he has to like I don't know where it's going to come from, but if he gets like the perfect roster around him, I think he'll just be way more consistent. I just don't know what that roster is going to be.
Well, you could say that about legitimately every player on the planet.
Yeah. But I mean, but lots of players don't have the ceiling that kid does when he is hitting it, because it's fucking it's wild to watch sometimes when he's on.
That's true, Chris. That's what I was going to say, Chris.
His ceiling is fucking high, but his floor is low.
You don't think, Pat, you don't think you get maybe 2 weeks with this guy, you can't make him fucking, you can't, I don't know, maybe help this guy adapt or something and figure it out? Like, I feel like there's got to be a way to get this guy, because Chris, I agree with you.
Nero?
Yeah, bro, his ceiling is insane, bro. Nero's ceiling is crazy, bro.
Bro, there's listen, man, I've seen these type of players in the last 15, 16 years, bro. It's nearly impossible to change how they think and play, bro. It's They got one gear. All they know is that one way to play, and it works for them 15% of the time. So no, I would never take on the challenge of trying to change that, bro. Because I totally disagree that you can fundamentally change the way they think about it. Like, it's what it is.
I don't know. I just think that it's like certain players do just get it and they understand, and certain people have like a way easier time kind of adapting. But certain players, like, I don't know, there's like a fucking just magical way that you got to talk to them or like explain something to them, and maybe it'll click. It's just hard to find, bro. And
You can teach a kill horn how not
I think
to
he
kill
struggles
horn.
with it.
He's got to realize his potential. It's probably not on this roster. It's probably on the next one. If not, he's going to run into a lot of long-term issues staying in the league.
Yeah, probably.
What were you gonna say, Pat? Were you about to say something?
Like, there's a lot of things you can teach players, bro. You can teach them how not to kill horror if they are kill horrors. Like, but when someone just has a fundamental style to them where they are truly one gear, they cannot in the moment tell themselves to slow down. You just can't teach that, bro. You just can't. You can't rewire his brain.
The bad part is though, it's harder to teach like when he's doing good. That's harder to teach than like slowing the game down or like stuff like that, which is why it's so baffling to me that he hasn't kind of like figured it out. Because it's way harder to teach somebody to speed up and like to play at that pace than it is to tell them to like slow the fuck down and actually like stop trolling and like breathe.
Or just at least knowing when you have the green light, when you have the red light, you know, just figuring out those gears. But yeah, we'll see what happens moving forward with the Minnesota ROKKR. Any other things you guys want to talk about before we move on? Anything on LAG or anything that they should do as a roster? I know you guys have mentioned Fellow, but I mean,
Tom, I think you should pull up the overall season standings real quick. And
Sure, no problem.
Let's take a look at what LAG's record is currently at the moment.
It's probably not good.
No, I don't think it's very good, but we should take a peep just for the viewers.
Jump
that are
scare.
Probably a little bit curious.
All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on. Oh man, we got a 4-23, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get a 4-23 spam in the chat? LAG doing what I did a long time ago. I mean, the only problem is they didn't win the next 3 maps. They didn't win the next 3 maps like myself.
Yeah, what if they their next series they go 3-0, they win the next 3 maps? How funny would that be?
If they win the next 3 maps, that would be fucking tippable, bro. I'm not gonna
They're
lie.
just playing like LAT next or something.
I mean, that would be that'd be hilarious.
History repeats itself in all forms.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, you know you went 4-23 8 years ago? Is that fucking insane,
That is
bro?
insane.
Wait,
That is
hold the
insane.
phone. They play FaZe. If they 3-0 FaZe, you might have to enter the lottery or something, Tom. No bullshit.
Dude, if they 3-0 FaZe, that would be insane,
How fucking
bro.
insane would that be?
If they win the next 3 maps, I will be mind blown. I will be mind blown, folks. There I am. It's me. It's the Bulldog. Morphed into one. 4-23.
That's more like the Chihuahua, bruh.
I don't know what that is. Come on, dude. I know you're not talking to Farte. Fuck that, so believable. But yes, 4-23 from LAG, not good. But we'll see if they can bounce back. We'll see what happens there with them. But any other final thoughts, guys? Any other final thoughts here on the series with Minnesota and LAG? All right, absolutely. Let's move on to the third series of the day. Man, was this one a grueler, man? I was on the edge of my seat all series long. Give it up for the Los Angeles Thieves going up against the Vegas Falcons. This one was a 3-0 victory for the LA Thieves, 250-121 in the Skyline Hardpoint. I think it was like fucking 120-10 at one point in that first
Move on,
map.
Tim.
I want Ben's thoughts first before we move on.
Move on, Tim.
A 6-3 in a rewind S&D and a 3-2 in a vault control. We'll just take a look
Skip.
at the stat sheet real quick. Whoa! We got a 1.14 from Dylan Envoy, a 1.17 from Dan Ghosty, a 1.2 from Hydra, a 1.2 from Scrap. On the other side, you got Xnid with a 1.02 and Pred with a 1.2. But the ARs, yet again, for Vegas Falcons, struggling to get kills. You got a 0.69 from Arcides and a 0.55 from Priesta. Here it is. And we'll take a look here at the match MVP. It's going to be Paquito. It's going to be Hydra with a 1.14 in Hardpoint, a 2.0 in Search, and a 1.13 in Control. Hydra doing whatever he wants on the map. Vegas Falcons, Benjay, we'll start with you. I mean, these guys, man. I mean, these guys, Vegas. I mean, everybody's spamming, skipping the chat. We're not going to skip it. We're going to give our thoughts real quick. All right, Benjay, what are your thoughts? Go ahead.
I know my thoughts. I took a nice little fucking walk sun was starting to go down this fucking third map because it was absolutely a boring ass fucking series.
You went for a walk, Benjay. You went
Wait,
for a
why,
walk.
I
man?
absolutely went for a fucking walk because I watched
They
first
play
two maps.
close, right? It's not about just the shitty AR players they have. I thought it was,
I mean, it's just
team game.
This is always gonna be a skill diff series. Thieves start off 0-2 after a week last week, so they were gonna always beat up on these guys. And yeah, the control got close, but I mean, this is mostly when we expected traffic.
The check must not have cleared, Tom. There's no more paid propaganda today.
We said this the other day, bro, and if it's not apparent now, listen, I don't expect them to beat Thieves no matter what iteration of the roster they have. But like, bro, they're not even going in a series with a pure skill diff. They're not gonna they're gonna struggle against teams that they should be better than. Just because of like their two ARs. Their ARs are not good.
They're
Get rid of
collecting
it.
unemployment, bro.
If you want to at least have a chance at like making some upsets happen, upgrade your skill and then try to fix everything else. Why the fuck are you just so content with having these two on your team? And I'm not gonna like Arcides has had bad series, but he's had a little bit more upside than I'd say Preston. Preston, like outside of that game yesterday, bro, the guy hasn't won on LAN in ages, and it's getting worse. Like they're not good.
I don't think either player's made a case for them to be on the
Both
roster.
gotta go,
Yeah.
bro.
So it's just a question of if you're Vegas, if you want to know, their last remaining matches next week is versus Atlanta FaZe. Like they're clearly probably not going to win that. But the thing is that they're 1-3 right now. Like if they were to find a way to beat FaZe, I guess they could potentially make winners bracket. But
For what, bro? Just to lose?
Yeah.
So they get
Exactly.
two losses
For what,
instead of
bro?
one.
For what?
So they get two losses instead of one.
They can give Preston two chances at getting a win on LAN in fucking
Look,
2 years.
Clay, you did not cook on this one, bro. We'll give you another shot.
That shit's
though.
on fire, grease fire, brother.
Let's make another change, Clay.
House burning down.
Let's try to cook on the next one because this one wasn't it for sure.
It's shocked, bro.
Hey, Clay's probably sitting here like, what the fuck? Okay. So what would you guys do with the roster? What would you do? Like, who would you
Find
get?
other
just
AR
drop it,
players.
just
Bro, I
drop
said
it.
it. I would have got Merc, bro. I would have gave him a amount
you
that
give
he
that guy
could
the
not
super
say
max.
no
I'm not
to,
even
bro.
gonna lie, bro.
give that guy the super max
Listen,
for
bro.
sure, bro.
Drop fucking Alec and Preston for fucking Brack and ProLoot, bro. Because ProLoot was running an AR for the majority of this year already, and Brack's been running an AR. You're getting the two best NA challenger placing ARs at the moment, and just pray, bro. Because right now, like, it's just chalk for you, bro. Like, there's no fucking point in having this roster together any longer. You're not going anywhere. You're not going to improve. You're still going to have the same fucking weaknesses all the way up until EWC, until you inevitably fucking place the same, bro. Or maybe you get lucky, bro. Call it a fucking day and just pick up the phone and pick up two different players and just pray. Because right now, it's the same shit every week.
I feel like Brack needs more PR or something, Chris. How come nobody ever talks about Brack? Why don't they talk about him?
Well, he was
Chris?
in the C9 running for a little bit, right?
yeah,
Yeah, but
Probably just because he's a slow AR is what people say, and he just, slow AR, that's the hardest role to get picked up on, I guess. Even I don't even really think he's that slow, but I mean, bro, and plus you need people that are good at search. You're like, yeah, I've seen you win a couple searches, but like if you can out talent people and pray that you get like some insane series out of like Pred or XNID, you might be able to take some respawns and then upgrade your search game with two good search players in Brack and ProLoot. Pray, bro. Like you might actually upset some teams on the bottom to middle pack if you have different players in your team, because 0.5s, 0.6s, multiple, by the way, it's not cutting it anymore. Chalk it up.
Absolutely. Skip this series, fellas.
Oh, look who it is.
Get it. Let's-
The rare Zinni appearance
Let's,
on the flank.
bro,
We
come
don't
on,
get
let's-
any of these
Let's
All the
other-
get this
one over with.
OpTic has a good series. All the streams.
Former guest
All
of the year,
streams are
Tony.
on, bro.
Let's
Oh man.
let's
All
skip
the
this
streams
one.
are on.
I agree. Is there any phone
Oh,
calls on this
Ed's
one?
live, Bruce live,
bro.
Zid live.
Whoa!
gotta
Stop promoting
think.
their streams on mine.
Wait. So you guys, you sure you don't want to talk about this? This was a good series, guys. This was a good one. You
Yeah,
don't
it's
wanna-
the Monster Energy mashup, bro. Nah, this is the Dufarte. This is the Dufarte series of the week.
Wait.
Call it a day.
Wait. Was this the Monster Energy
this lost
matchup?
control.
Was this
Yes, bro.
This is the toilet bowl, bro.
This
This is the Ducharte toilet bowl.
That was good, Chris. That was
No.
good.
Listen, I'm
That's
starting.
good.
We're starting a new segment, bro. It's the Dufarte match of the week or match of the day, and we're just fucking there's no analysis. I'm just gonna
shit.
fart on the mic.
Oh man, Tony, how you doing, Tony? You doing all right?
Living the dream, brother. How's everyone doing, man?
Tony,
Hey,
not
Tony,
bad.
how are
man,
you?
Been a
not
while.
bad. Tony, it's been a
a
long
while.
time. When was the last time you've been on the flank, Tony? When was the last time?
Ooh.
It was Champs
I've-
last year.
No, he
No,
came on
no,
here
it was
this
a
year
few
when we were
months
talking
ago.
about
It was-
after OpTic or something.
It was a few months ago.
Was
Yeah,
it
he
a
was
few
here.
months ago?
I was just full-time Meal Team 6 for a while, but I'm down to stop by a little more frequently. But you guys obviously have a star-studded cast, man. I have imposter syndrome.
You take Ben's spot.
Duarte's just mogging me.
Do you want to join us at LAN maybe in a few weeks?
Whoa, fucking put an OT. Relax.
Hey, relax, Benjay. All right, calm down.
Unpaid, of course.
All right.
I'm just trying to produce, Tom. I'm just trying to work,
No, maybe we'll see. We'll see.
All right, any final thoughts on LA Thieves?
No.
Fellas?
No.
What did you think about LA Thieves and Vegas Falcons, Tony?
Oh my
What'd you
God!
think?
Stop.
I
please.
mean, come on, man. I think we all understand what has to happen with
So
Vegas.
tough, man.
I expect to see a different roster for EWC. It sucks because I don't like saying that stuff as like a former player, just because the last thing I want to do is talk about friends of mine and be like, "Yo, these guys have to go." But I think the roster's gonna change.
Absolutely. Ben, why the fuck are you tweaking? What the fuck is your problem?
Am I tweaking? Because I want to move on. That series is boring as fuck.
We moved on. First of all, let's be honest. The first 3 matches weren't even. You know what I mean? I mean, we did go
No,
around.
but I got good intel about this series, Tom. I got some good intel.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get into it. You want to get the intel before I go over everything?
No, do the intro, and then call me
Alrighty,
first.
we got OpTic Texas going up against
He's
the.
about to say some dumb shit. Ben's got his
No, I
dumb
got some
shit
good
face
shit. I
on.
got
He's
some good
definitely.
shit, bro.
I can't tell.
Ben's
if
got
it's
his
good or
dumb
bad.
shit face
I
on.
don't know what it is, but OpTic Texas they get the 3-0 victory here against the Carolina Royal Ravens as Carolina continue to struggle. They're now 1-2 in a stage. We start things off at a Volt hard point. That one ended 250 to 183. Dealership S&D was 6-4. And Volt Control was 3-1. OpTic, what a pretty clinical series here. We'll scroll down, take a look at the stat sheet, and oh my God, it's another red carpet. This one coming in from the Carolina Royal Ravens. We got a .73 from Dylan Rex, a .93 from TJ, a .87 from Slasher, and a .89 from Gwyn. But take a look at the other side. We got a .83 from Dashi, a 1.26 from Hook, a 1.15 from Shotzi, and a 1.51 from the new guy on the street, Mercules. This guy cannot be stopped. We'll take a look at a match MVP. I think we all know who that one's going to be. It's Merc with a .88 in hard point, a 1.29 in search, and a 3.09 in control. I think for me, at least, the biggest thing with OpTic after their first series with Merc is just focusing on those SDs, right? New player, new team, try and get more reps on search because their respawns are looking really good. And today they come out, they take the search, and they win the series 3-0. So OpTic's looking scary right now. They might be back. Benjay, let's go to you. What's the intel?
So I spoke with Mr. Damon Barlow while we were doing the show. Damon hit me up because I know we were going to speak on obviously great performance from OpTic, and we were very interested in a wallbang spot that we saw on Dealership. And I spoke with Damon, and Damon was actually told me that they didn't actually come up with that spot. Tom, if you go ahead and you pull up, I'm going to link you a clip here.
Okay.
Let me get the exact timestamp right there.
Okay.
From talking to Damon, they were actually doing VOD review, I believe, today. And they actually saw a Team Boston Breach use that spot. They actually didn't get a kill, but they saw them use the spot. They were like, what the fuck? They went back, tried it out, figured out the angle, and they were actually able to use it in a match.
Really?
Yeah.
So who did it? Was it Snoop? Who's doing it? Oh, it's Purge. Purge's trying to do it. You can see him here. You can see him right here. You can see him on a mini map trying to shoot through it. Hey, did they see bullets flying? Oh yeah, bullets are flying through. Oh yeah.
Wow,
That's good
W
work.
Intel, Benja. That's good work.
Hey Benja, that's good work.
Good
from you,
recon,
Benja.
I think.
And
Ben.
shout out to Damon for
recon.
allowing me to.
I mean, bro, that
get a
wall
piece
bang
here.
is fucking insane, bro.
Insane.
What is it? What is it with
That's
these
just
new
gonna break the
CODs?
map.
I mean, that's map breaking. Every
is.
single person in the league watched
That's
that,
getting
and we're
GA'd
like,
instantly.
what the fuck?
So is it a name spot or is it just the wall bang?
I
I'm
don't know.
curious.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
no,
wall
I think
bang.
it's
No,
just
no,
a
no.
wall. I think it's just a lineup, Sam.
If it's just the lineup thing, that's
Could
just
you
getting
wall bang it
GA'd.
back?
I have no
I
idea,
think so.
Chris. I've
Insane.
never done it before. Duarte.
I've never seen that either, bro.
Might take
Trust
you.
me.
That's map breaking because you can't
I
play
don't
in
know.
safe anymore.
Chris, it seems like that's good stream content for you to do after this this show. And maybe
Yeah,
test out
I'm
for the boys.
vetoing some dealership search and rank play. I'm gonna try it out.
Slowly. What was the round that Collar did it in? I'm trying to pull it up.
I'm not 100%. I don't remember.
I don't even know what the fuck. I'm looking at.
Someone posted a clip on Reddit. Let's see if they did.
Yeah, see if they posted a clip on Reddit. Send it over. I forgot what round it was in. How was the 1-3 round? Okay, let me pull it up real quick. See what's going on. How is the VOD still live?
Oh no, Tom. Great question.
How the hell is the VOD still live?
Wait, that actually put some context because I was busy and I was
Yeah,
like,
clip, Tom, yeah, clip.
I was watching, but I wasn't not like paying attention the whole time, and I kept hearing the casters say they can't go B anymore, and I didn't know why until you just showed me that clip.
Yeah, that shit is probably gonna get GA'd. I'll be
The
honest.
clip, but it's a screenshot, Tom. People are curious for the spot.
I'm pulling it up right now. I got it. Pat, let's go to you. OpTic Texas, they come out. They get a 3-0 victory today, Pat, against Carolina. What are your thoughts, Pat? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I thought it was a solid series. I mean, Carolina looked horrible so far to me.
Wake up.
I thought they'd have a better showing in S&D considering, you know, how OpTic's been playing in S&D. But I mean, clearly, OpTic's stealing some strats from Boston Breach and Doug Sensor Martin to
I think it's
sneak
a
by
name
with
spot.
one here.
If it's a name spot, that is 1,000,000%
Let's get
GA.
GA'd 100%.
But yeah, I mean, like again, Merc is carrying these guys, bro. And actually, I might request the league to open an investigation into Toronto Ultra, bro, because they're giving away Scrap and Envoy
50
to
said
the
it's not.
Thieves, giving away Merc to OpTic. Like these guys might have to be investigated. Nico Harrison might be in the Toronto camp.
You
Pat,
think
can I ask you a trivia question?
And
Pat?
I'm the Lakers, baby.
Can I ask you a trivia question, Pat?
Salute.
You're the
Yeah.
Lakers, Tony. You
the
in
Lakers?
particular, just you.
No, not me. No, of course not.
So are you Genie busting a situation? Like,
I have no comment.
Pat, who was the MVP of Map 1 this series?
Not Merc. That's all I remember.
Can you name the
Definitely
person it
Shotzi.
was?
Shotzi.
Can you
Shotzi.
show it? Honestly, looking at it, I think it was TJ, and we don't talk about that enough. We listen, no, for real. We don't talk about it enough. Sometimes the best player is on the losing team. That has happened a lot, and people don't get credit. We don't like to give MVPs to losing teams.
TJ was
But sometimes it's arguable. You can argue it sometimes, for sure.
That's cooking.
So you think TJ was the best player in this lobby in the match?
I thought he played a phenomenal map one time.
Okay.
His team didn't come away with the victory.
Okay, all right. Let's go over to you, Tony. Tony, let's go over to you next. Tony, the boys come out. No, hey,
Yeah, absolutely.
apparently Tony made the phone call. He made the phone call. He said, Hector, look, this guy Murky's good. All right, we got to get this guy in a squad. And, you know, when Tony says something, the deed gets done. So, Tony, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody what you think about today's match? What'd you think, Tony? What'd you think?
I think Mercules is gross. I think there was a lot of talk around Shotzi, and he comes out, drops a 1.4 map 1. He has a huge 1v2 map 2. I obviously think Ant makes some bad plays sometimes, but I also think it's very amplified because he's Ant. And we watch a lot of players make shit plays all day long, and sometimes they fly under the radar. And when it's Shotzi, it's screamed from the rooftops. But I think Ant played well today. I think it was good all around, and I think Mercules, of course, still the guy to talk about.
I mean, yeah, he is Ant, right? So, I mean, of course he's being looked at more, Tony, right? It's Shotzi at the end of the day. I think his bar is just way higher than like a lot of players, right? Most players, to be fair. But
But
yes.
I mean, yesterday, real quick, sorry, I wasn't here yesterday, but
Yep.
I think the main thing for me yesterday was to search and destroy. And the way I was viewing it was I'm watching Boston play these slower offenses for 30, 40 seconds, looking for the shots he play, waiting for him to scam his life. That's why I think Ant and players like Ant need to sort of wait until 30 to 45 seconds into the round to start making those type of plays. Like develop the map, see where people are, and then make those late plays like Snoopy was doing yesterday. And then I think it'll be a lot more impactful. I just think it's a little too obvious right now.
Yeah, let's go over to you, Sam. What'd you think of the series, Sam?
I thought it was a great bounce back for OpTic. I mean, this shit was clinical, bro. Ant had a couple really big highlight moments for the first two maps. You got to pull up the second P2 on this map,
Yeah,
by the way. You have to see the fucking spawn. Yeah, Ant had a fucking crazy series today. Obviously, Merc went triple positive in the control, and you know, I'm sure we'll talk about him. But yeah, I thought it was just an insane bounce back. Ravens and Boston this week was a really good draw for OpTic off of a roster change because it's not the top end of the league, but it's not the bottom. So I was curious to see how they shook out, and obviously losing to Boston yesterday, I was still feeling pretty good about it, even though it wasn't L. But today, I mean, they fucking slaughtered Ravens. It wasn't even competitive in my opinion. I thought it was a great series from them today.
The Ravens are fucking
They're
So,
horrible.
Tom,
They're horrible,
dude,
bro.
so I don't want to get like super fucking, Chris nerd with it, but this is a legitimate pixel frame spawn that Ant gets in the back.
Hill was
So,
white for a millisecond.
The
He
hill
spawns
was
in the
white
back.
for a frame, and if you pause play it, it's contested when Ant spawns. So he gets that back spawn on TJ to be able to make also a great play on top of it with a trigger discipline for the 2-piece. It's insane.
You see it in slow-mo here. Hill's white. And Shotzi is gonna get. Oh my God! I didn't even get it in a 0.25 speed.
Exactly.
That's insane.
Yes,
It's white when he spawns. In the next frame, who is it? Gwen's in the hill.
That is, bro. What the?
I get there's an explanation, but the fact that number 6 isn't blocking,
Yeah, that should be plenty of distance to block that spawn.
like there should be an R. He should
Well, I think
spawn
Austin's
R.
also
He should
influencing it as
spawn.
well.
He should spawn behind number 5. Like there's just
Austin's also
so many other
influencing it, though,
places.
too, for sure.
I mean, isn't the way it works that if the hill is white, they'll give him the closest possible spawn? So it should be back there, or I would say that close, like back P2 door spawn, right?
Bro, the hill matters for sure, but enemies should always be the biggest downwaiter to where you spawn.
Yeah,
bro.
it
Like,
shouldn't be the objective.
Like, bro, that would
that
be
shit was
like
crazy.
that would be like on slums if you were back fountain and the guy spawned laundry beside you just because the hill was white.
The,
Like,
the hill
it still
hill
makes no
presence
fucking sense.
hill
bro.
presence should never dictate spawn. The only
No,
thing
I
that should
agree
be
with you. It's a
dictated.
game flaw.
Yeah, it's so
But
dumb.
you're saying that in the context of like ideal design decisions, not
Yeah,
as far as
obviously
current
they
game logic.
yeah. Obviously.
Ideal design. We would have a fucking codcaster working for a year and a half talking
Yeah,
about
LeBron's
fucking
scoreboard.
game design.
Go off, King.
I thought it was
point.
interesting. And then the play that Shotzi makes after the fact. Look, Shotzi does not shoot TG here.
Oh, he capitalizes on this 100%.
by
Insane
him.
play.
He waltzes
Great play
by
him.
him. He kills the guy at a time, then turns, kills the guy in the back. Just great play from him. And then his team spawns on him as well. So, I mean, great heads.
If
great
you're gonna
heads
get
of
a
play.
blessed spawn, you better do something with it. And he absolutely did.
Yeah, that was great plays coming in from Ant. But go ahead, Duarte. What'd you think?
Sorry, I was gonna say, yeah, no, this is a good bounce back for OpTic. Yeah, Shotzi had a great series. Merc had a fucking insane map 3, and he played pretty good in the search too. The one thing I just want to say for the OpTic side is like now that they know what Merc is capable of, because I'm sure they've had practice, but like in these real matches where they actually matter, especially with them fighting for champs, like bro, they need to just have some self-confidence now and like stop tweaking, because when they played with all their other fourths, I'm sure there was moments where they were so focused on the team aspect of the game, and they were probably unsure of like what they should do as a team and their system and stuff like that. Now you have a guy on your team that's probably playing one of the harder roles in your system because he plays around the objective, he plays an AR, and he's being very, he's not AR, he's a flex, so he's being very effective at it. Start focusing on yourself and your individual team play and just getting better at your like being yourself on the map. Like you just talked about it, Tony, how like Ant can like work on his S&D game, but like that just goes like with everything, right? His timing's just on the map in general. Brandon still needs to find his pacing on the map sometimes, because he has just those random like bad maps where yeah, he puts up damage, but he struggles to find
What was
kills.
his damage to the Brandon's?
He
was
was
his
up
overall
there-
time?
Yeah, he was up there with his
Bro,
squad.
I feel like he just couldn't fucking finish one today. It was so weird watching him. I
Yeah,
feel like he
I-
wasn't shooting bad, but he just like could not finish a kill today.
I just think they need to focus on themselves now. Like they found their missing piece. They got blessed. Like they're getting blessed. This guy's really good, obviously, and
It
like
was calculated.
even when he doesn't have like the most pop off game, you know what you're getting out of him. Like they all need to just like focus on themselves. And also I like what Hook has been doing with
That was
Merc.
my
There's-
next point. Kyler's been really good.
Yeah, these last two matches,
under the
Kyler's
radar
been
a
really
little bit.
good, and in their comms, Kyler is very good in those comms, like directing flow and like it just how he's engaging. Like in those points and some of that listening that we had yesterday, where we felt like maybe OpTic was a little bit quiet or people weren't saying as much as they should, Kyler was never a weak point in that, and he's been playing pretty good. So now he needs to transition it to land, and then Shotzi and Dashy just need to get better at like being consistent, because they got a good piece in Merc. So
Yeah. Question for everybody: is OpTic Texas back? Are they back, guys?
Not yet.
Did Merc just completely change the whole outlook?
Okay,
of this
well, he
roster?
definitely changed the outlook of the roster, but I
For
don't,
sure.
I mean,
Not yet.
they're not going to get top 8 anymore. I can confidently say that.
They got to.
I don't think they're going to get 8th
I
anymore.
was talking about this yesterday.
Am I watching
morning.
the same games?
I mean, they looked
I
great.
think
They
you are.
looked-
I
mean,
they
today
looked-
was clinical.
I mean,
Merc looks great, bro. They lost to Boston yesterday and
yeah,
beat
but
a
they lost.
shitty
They lost
Carolina
both,
team.
but they did lose both searches, Pat.
And like Austin called out, bro, they're getting blessed spawns. Like I don't know. I don't know how we're this high. Like, yes, obviously they improved. They had
We're not saying they're going to win an event.
Well, we just said they're back.
am.
That
No,
means they're in championship
I
contention.
asked you if they were back, Pat. I asked
Sorry,
you.
you're right. You did ask, and most of the co-hosts here said they are. So I'm sorry, Tom. It wasn't you. It was the other
Switch off
guys.
the hater vote and like.
This isn't a hater
listening
vote,
on
bro.
whether-
Like these guys are not better than FaZe. They're not better than Ultra. They're not better than Thieves. Like I'm just trying to keep us realistic here on the flank.
FaZe losing to Cloud9 and obviously Cloud9 losing today. I mean, there's a combo.
There you go.
You think so, Tony? You think there's a combo, Tone?
No, I'm just throwing shit at the wall.
Okay, so
I think for OpTic, if you look at like the Miami Vancouver path, you got to be good either Skyline or Vaults. You got to be good at 2 of the remaining 3 maps in the pool, so that way you've got like 3 really good maps to pull from. Obviously, they got to continue to expand their search bag. Good to see that they're watching VOD, really stealing strats and like expanding that playbook. And yeah, they've been a solid vault control team, but they're gonna need to, be a force on protocol control, which has not been a good map for them all year.
I
If they do
actually
that,
agree.
They got a chance to get deep.
I think the map pool is the next step. I think Chris said is like a really good building block now that you're like, I think they're really confident in their team. Like they see what Merc's capable of. They can be a little bit more individual and selfish in the gameplay and just really like hone in on themselves a little bit. I think the map pool is the next step. Like they've had a couple of maps this year that they just haven't been able to figure out. And I think that if they want to make a deep turning run, the protocol control, the red card hardpoint, a good dealership win today was huge. Like there's a couple cornerstone vetoes that they've had all year that I think if they can iron out, like there's a good run here somewhere for sure.
yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about Carolina on the other side? I mean, what's going on with these guys? Right, I feel like
I actually don't know what to think about Carolina because I think Dylan Rex has been looking a little more decent as of late, but it just doesn't even look like their best form was with Vivid, even when he was struggling. Like, so I'm not sure if it's a collective slowdown. Like I watched Tej and I still think Tej looks good. Gwyn still looks. I really don't know how to pinpoint for
Can I
Carolina.
ask a question in the group?
yeah,
Do you guys think that Gwyn is the most overrated player in the CDL currently?
I think he's probably
Probably.
rated. I don't know who's overrated him. I mean,
Well, it depends how people talk about him. Some people say that he's just like fucking God, and he's just like online, like God online. A lot of people have that conception that misconception that he's God online because he's been like really good and had pop off moments. But if you look at his online stats, they're actually pretty average in
I mean, the team's
comparison
just
to
been trending down all year, bro.
Yeah, he's kind of overrated, but he's still not a bad player. But their whole team as a whole they just struggle. Like they all have their moments. They're like a better version of ROKKR right now, where like they're not going to game 5, but like it takes like a pop off performance from like 1 or 2 players to get them over the fucking series.
yeah,
Which makes me think that they don't really play as fundamentally correct as some other teams. And I just think as we've kind of observed with them over the last 3 months, people caught up to them. Yeah, they've had some real staying power to not completely crater as a team. Like you got to tip that. But I just think they're just mid, bro.
So Slasher's in chat.
what it
Slasher,
is.
what do you think about Ben saying y'all don't play fundamentally correct? I'm
well,
curious.
I wanted to say something to that because in the beginning of the year,
As fundamentally correct.
Carolina
And as is important there, brother.
was the fundamental team. They were team Mr. Fundamental over here. I mean, they were literally. I feel like in the beginning of the year, at least I remember gassing up Carolina's fundamentals.
They were good in the beginning, bro. They're just not good anymore.
Pat, what do you think happened? What do you think do you think it was the roster changes? Do you think it's just like a mentality thing? Well, what happened to this roster? Why are they struggling so much all of a sudden? Not all of a sudden, but from the beginning of the year to now. Well, why such a big drop off?
I'll be honest, bro. I just think the team gave up. No bullshit. I feel
Gave
like none of
up.
these guys believe they can win with this current squad.
I just think they're predictable. Like they have not adapted. Like they have not changed the way they play the game over the last couple of years. Like not years, over the last couple of stages. Like I feel like everyone just like kind of knows how they like to play. Like they play very predictable, and they're not excelling at anything anymore.
So you think they just play predictable, Chris? You think it's predictable?
Yeah,
thing?
like they play predictable, and if they're not getting like insane series out of like one of their players, like they're just mid. Like whenever we do see them like have like be in contention and have like good series against other players, like you're having like a pop off moment from whether it's Tej, or Gwyn, and even like in the last couple of series you've had Dylan Rex like play very well for them. So I don't know, like they just if they're all playing average, they're not very good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really not too sure. I mean, you can't just give up, right? I mean, you still.
I got a DM. Hold on, I got a DM from somebody, and I will
It's
not
Damon.
say his name.
It's
But
David. It's David
they've done
Barlow.
the same thing on every map since the first match, and
It's
I mean,
Damon.
yeah, you can't argue that.
I've
It's-
watched. I could tell you the Ravens S&D strats for potentially every map. Like they had bread and butters at the beginning of the year. They were really good, but I mean, I just don't think they've made. I don't think they gave up. I don't agree with Pat on that front, but they just haven't progressed.
Do you believe that the players on this team believe they can win with their current roster?
No,
That's what I mean when I say they gave up.
Okay, sure, we can phrase it like that, but I just don't think that they just haven't made any forward progress, and I feel like everybody around them kind of has. They got a great start to the year. I think Austin was awesome in Respawn to start the season. And I think he's just kind of tapered off a little bit. I think the individual performances from Tej have kind of ebbed and flowed. Like Gwyn's just there. Like Dylan's been great for the last couple of series. Obviously, they played with Reese for the majority of the season, but I just don't think when you compare them to the teams where they are in the league, I don't think that they've made any forward progress at all. I don't think they capitalized on their lead to start the season. Miami jumped them in points today, which is fucking insane if you consider where Miami was and the lead that Ravens had. This team is just a disappointment on the season.
They still play the same maps too. They literally play the identical same map sets they've been playing since the beginning of the year.
What's the OpTic schedule, Benjay, for their next few matches? Who are they playing? We can take a look
I
at
think they
that.
have the Merc Bowl coming
Let
up.
me open my notebook. One moment.
All right,
They have the
open
Merc
it
Bowl
up.
coming up against Toronto.
LAG and Toronto Ultra next
That's
week.
right.
Yeah, Damon's in the chat. LAG and Toronto. All right, it's a good match. I expect OpTic to take care of LAG, and I'm curious to see how OpTic matches up against Toronto. I feel like that'll be a good test, right?
It's the
Playing a
Merc
tough team.
Bowl.
Wait,
The Merc
someone
Bowl.
said in chat that Carolina trialed Merc. Is that true?
I think that was for EWC last year.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't care about that.
With a completely different team. So
Last year,
Yeah,
had a
I mean,
completely,
I think
completely different game.
If
as
they
well.
trialed Merc like a month ago, bro, and they're
That'd
like,
be
nah.
insane.
I
that
just
would
think
be
we've had the
fucking
same cyclical conversations about Carolina. That's why I asked the one question, because it's like I'm just tired of saying this whole like they've stagnated thing, because clearly they have not made any effort into it. It just kind of is what it is. That's just their level right now, bro.
We got
Kinda
a
sad.
Maybe they
dude.
can blow up on a weekend and get hot on a couple of respawn maps and their S&D carries them, but I don't think so.
we
bro.
got a.
Also,
Oh, go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say, I just want to say one last thing because Rex didn't have the best series today. I don't think like his performance like in any of these series for the most part is indicative of the type of player he is, because he has had those good moments. I just think this team is up and down as a whole, and it's probably not going to help him much, you know, being consistent as well. This whole team struggles with that consistency aspect. Like I could give a fuck less about like their individual stats as players, like in terms of their series wins or losses. It's just their whole team and the product of it. Their product of it, because he's shown he's been pretty good, at least since he got home from the major.
It is a first-time chatter in the chat. He said, "Can we talk about the confidence Merc has?" Bro, literally in the listening yesterday said, "Watch this," as he slid out and shit on someone.
He didn't say that. Just,
He didn't? Okay.
No, it was cluttered comms, bro. Like you don't even know what you probably ask him what he said. He did not say that, bro.
Okay, so everybody's saying he did, Chris. Everybody's spamming.
No one
he
is
did.
gonna say, "Watch this" in the middle of a major, in the middle of a
guys,
fucking
watch
match.
this.
Hey guys, watch this kill. Like
We
what?
should watch the clip and see if Chris is lying.
Should we watch the clip? I'm pretty sure who tweeted the clip, because everybody's cooking Chris right now. Apparently, he said
Nah,
that.
go on. He did not say that, bro.
Where was who tweeted it out? Somebody
I think
literally
Breaking Point did.
Breaking Point. Let me see what's going
Chris,
on.
what are you gonna do if you're wrong?
Nah, he said something. He said like watch, and it like got cut. It like got like laggy and cut off. There was just a lot of like flooding. He's not gonna
I
say
don't know.
watch
Chad's
this.
heavily disagreeing with
Hold
him,
on,
man. I don't
I
know.
got it.
Maybe Merck's going for trick shots. He's calling.
Yeah,
he's
Merck's going
calling
for trick
games.
shots in the middle of a game.
I got it right now. Let's all be quiet.
I'm
Let's
about to
lock in.
DM him and ask him what did he say in that.
Hold on, let's lock in for a second. Let's listen.
The guy's two swanning out. There's a guy on us.
Yeah, he was. He's top
for roll, top for roll.
Where?
He said one's bigger. No, on
I didn't hear
He said
shit.
you want to
Guys,
see
two swatting out.
something.
There's a guy on us.
Yeah, he was. He's top
for roll, top for roll.
Where?
He said one's bigger.
Did he say you want to see something? Is that what
I'm
he
gonna
said?
ask him. It
guys
sounds
keep
like
swinging
it, but nah.
I think it
There's no
sounded
way he
like
actually
small
said that.
talk, bro. Like you want to push something or something. Like it was just small talk. He was talking to whoever was next.
Nah, I'm
to
gonna
him.
choose to believe my narrative. The kid's the truth.
Listen, I don't give a fuck. He said, "Watch this." This guy's
He
literally
said,
different.
he said, "You want to see something?" and he
Dude,
slid out and
he's
shouted that
literally
shit.
Sung Jin Woo.
Nah, this guy's literally insane.
That's what I'm gonna pick in my brain.
Bro, that's an
Sung
insane
Jinwoo.
reference.
Actually,
That's an insane
I
reference.
tweet him that gif. Nah, you want what's crazy? His like come up has been kind of crazy, because yesterday there was people saying that he didn't know the spawns like switched like mid MW3 because he started playing like towards the end of it. So like looking at him from like then to now, like how good he's got in that short amount of time is fucking crazy. That's actually like that is actually Sung Jinwoo like esque.
I
Listen,
dapped
bro.
him up after the win today, and I haven't washed my hands.
Oh my god.
and I
That's
fucking
insane.
won't.
That's insane, Glaze, bro.
And I won't.
I brought it up on yesterday's show, bro. The only quality that I like, obviously the kid's insane. He's passed every metric of being a great player. The one quality that Merc has that I just cannot talk enough about is his ability to play his life. It is unbelievable how hard of a killer he is. It's fucking insane. Like
He's really
buying
good, yeah.
buying the amount of time that he does in every situation, like that shit adds up so quickly, especially in respawn. It's an insane talent that kid
You
has.
count on one hand the amount of rookies that have come in, CDL and the CWL that have had that quality. I mean, just think about it, Sam.
Why are people? There's a couple people. I'll see it sometime. Maybe it's rage bait, but why? Some people are saying that he's like people are overrating him and gassing him up like crazy. Am I stupid for not thinking that this isn't deserved?
Wait,
It's probably just
said
It's
that?
well deserved. What else can you
It's
possibly
probably just
see?
fucking
Wait,
people
who
that don't
said
want to see
that?
OpTic do
Yeah, I
well,
haven't
bro.
He
even
goes
seen any of
insane in
that.
the major and comes home and his first 2 matches drops a 1.3 and a
With two
1.5.
different
I don't know
teams.
what
He
else you want to
looks-
Two
see.
different
looks-
teams.
Yeah, he looks better. He looks better than he did at the major.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, he's playing with much worse
Individually.
players than he was on Toronto. Yeah, he's gonna get more kills. That's natural.
I
No,
think
but
the biggest thing with Merc is he can run he can run both guns too. He can run the sub,
Yeah,
he can run the
he flexes a
AR,
lot.
he can flex. Like and I actually think, bro, there's flexes who don't flex well, who only use like one gun and don't change when they're supposed
They
to be
use
changed.
the word flex even though it's just a second AR.
Yeah, like they use yeah, exactly. Like they use the word flex in quotes, and they don't act. They're not a proper flex. Like they're just they're just either a main AR or they're just using a sub, or it's just vice versa. But Merc, he's good with both. Like he knows when to pull out a sub, he knows when to pull out an AR. He also picks up weapons a lot. That I notice. Like he's constantly picking guns up, and he's always has both guns on him. But go ahead, Chris. What are you gonna say?
Yo, he DM'd me. He just DM'd me because I asked him, "What did you say on your rewind?" He said, I said, yeah, he was, because Kyler said, wasn't he on us or something like that, and he said it did sound like that.
That doesn't fit my
But-
narrative. He said want
But
to see
if
something.
anyone asks, I said that shit. I'm aura farming. And the one thing I will say is if you don't know him on a personal level, like he is actually like that confident. Like so, like the narrative is not wrong. He's a very confident player.
So I'm going
and
with mine. Thank you, Chris.
He takes constructive criticism well, and like he's very like mature in terms of like the COD brain compared to like a lot of rookies that might come in.
Yeah.
The one thing that he's gonna have now, the one difference now that you've had series like this, on OpTic, is that you did that Toronto run and there were no expectations. There are gonna be some expectations now, and I think this kid can match him, but it's how him and his team, to the point that you guys made earlier in the segment, can they expand their map pool and get into a situation where they get past top 8, get to a match for top 4, get to Sunday, start playing, and try and get to a final. What do they do at that stage? This guy already got top 3 in an event, so I think he can meet that, and maybe they make a final.
I think OpTic's back. I think they're back.
They're taking the right steps.
I think they were missing their final piece. I think they were missing their piece.
Well, they just could never lock in on the game, bro. There was always some sort of roster turmoil, or someone was always dropping like a .7. Like I feel like with Merc on the team, they have the ability to be like, okay, like kind of just like a more calm mindset about things and like go about improving now.
Yeah,
At least that's what it seems like looking in.
I just thought every time we were watching OpTic Texas, it looked like they were missing something. Again, I said it with Skies when they had Skies. Like the roles, the team composition made zero sense. Like people looked uncomfortable. Like things didn't look right. People weren't playing their natural roles. Right? Like everybody looks comfortable again. Like Merc slotting into the roster, it just feels right. Like Mercs is playing at a proper flex. He's also an aggressive flex. Like he plays fast when he needs to play fast. He knows what he's doing. Bruce can kind of be that mania role. I think Bruce, he had a .83 today, but I think Bruce is only going to get better from here on out. Like I think he's just going to get more comfortable with the guy the more reps they get. And then I think the key's the subs. As long as the sub players are just playing like this, which now with the dynamic being better and the team composition being better, I expect these guys to be playing like this every weekend. That Merc might have been the missing piece that they needed, at least in my opinion. I'm not gonna
Absolutely.
I don't want to say they're fully back after only seeing 2 series, but I've just from the eye test alone, I've seen a big difference. Like I don't know if you guys agree with me, but just,
the next step I want to see is the Vegas, or not the Vegas, the Miami and the Vancouver series. I want to see them play those two.
Yeah.
And see how they stack up.
Tony, I can't
They
believe it, Tony.
they already beat him once with fucking Skies.
Of
but
course.
I don't know if that counts.
Absolutely.
One
not.
phone call, Tony. One phone call, huh? It's
all
all
it
it took.
takes.
It's all it took for you, Tony. It's all it
all
took,
it
man.
takes.
It's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
At least you had your eyes open because we were saying he should join your fucking team for a while. But
Hold on,
when
are
we
we
saw they
gassing
weren't
the most
changing,
obvious move of all time, bro?
It was the easiest
hold
move
on,
of all
before
fucking
you-
time, bro.
Pat, please.
This is the most
Pat,
obvious move of all
let me-
time, bro.
Let me
Hold on.
fucking have it,
What
please.
did- what
Just
did
shut
you
your
do,
mouth.
Tony?
Just shut
What
the
did
fuck
you
up
do?
for
Tell
once
us.
and let me have it.
Go ahead, Tony.
What'd you do, Tony?
I grabbed the ball from the machine and I fucking hit a strike.
Slowly.
Okay.
Slowly.
Sure you did.
I do want to address
Slowly.
somebody in the chat because somebody said at ZooMaa, were you watching the Boston series? I'm sure they lost, right? And just to reiterate again, in the Boston series, they looked great. They just lost both searches. They lost both S&Ds.
And they also played Boston on their
Bro,
best
Boston's also a solid team. Like, there's something to say about a team sticking from EWC last year and working together and being a team. Like, I talked to Cammy, he goes, "Yeah, bro, we go out to eat together. We work out
That's a
together."
friendship
Like,
team.
Boston's an actual team.
That's a friendship team.
Yeah.
No, Boston's a good team.
That's
bro.
a friendship team.
Boston's solid in the sense of, I know they're not going out there and winning tournaments, but
Friendship team.
Boston's a threat to a lot of teams in the league.
They also.
Go ahead, Chris. Go
Well, I
ahead.
just want to say one thing about Boston, just to reiterate that, like Boston played some of their best COD as a team this last split, and that was with Snoopy having a horrific series. If the rest of them all played that well as they did last stage, and Snoopy stepped up, like this team could also be not like pretty good. And in that series, guess who fucking played really fucking well for them to win?
Wait, so
Snoop?
if you know and the OpTic team knows that Boston's such a good team, then Tony, why are they ego challenging them in vetoes?
I mean, I'm not going to speak on the team's veto.
Oh,
That's
okay.
hush hush.
Oh, my bad. But you'll speak on the roster changes.
What's
My
your
bad.
opinion on their vetoes?
Yeah, go ahead, Tony.
It's all good, Tony.
You're good. We get
don't
what
gotta
you
answer
want. We
that
get
one.
what you're
You
going
want
to
to
say.
plead the fifth? Go ahead. I
That's
mean,
okay.
you know, it is what it is. You know.
Do you plead the
For
fifth?
fear of
Don?
incrimination.
Do you plead the
Okay.
fifth?
I would have liked to see it like a different map or two in the first series. But I'm sure they're still figuring out maps at the same time, though. I mean, it's one of those things where you get a very limited set of maps in with scrims, and you kind of have to see how it feels at the time. But
So Tony,
I don't know. I'm sure map pools and vetoes and stuff like that's just going to become better and better with time.
Yeah.
So Tony, I saw a clip, and it was a while. It was a clip of Hector. This is from a while ago, saying that that Illy almost came back into the lineup maybe a few months ago, or I don't know exactly when the timeline was of when he almost came back in, but that would have been fucking crazy if Illy came back in and we saw XEO. That would have been insane. That would have been nuts.
Yeah, but that would have been a super mega faded.
Insanely awful, yeah.
Insanely awful, bro.
Oh, he did not say that? Oh, I thought I saw a clip of Hector saying he said that. Unless Hector was trolling. He could have been trolling.
No, he wasn't saying it like it almost happened.
Hector's in chat.
Hector's saying he suggested it.
He said, I'm mega faded. I did.
Hell no.
No, we played hard cheese, bro.
So now people were saying though, like Hector, he wants to do what the people want. So Hector's the GOAT because it would have been entertaining as fuck, regardless whether they were good or bad, to see Illy back in there. But
How long do you think that roster would have lasted?
depends how good. What if they just weirdly worked? That would have been.
How long
nuts.
They
was
would
AG on the
not.
team the second
They
time?
would not.
What'd you say, Sam?
I said, how long was AG on the team the second time? That's probably how long Illy would have been.
Yeah, it wasn't much. Wasn't long. I'll tell you that. What was it, like a couple weeks, week or two?
I don't like that.
I mean, I can't lie though. If their options were Illy and Skies, like I wouldn't have hated Illy. That's all they could have got.
I'm right
Yeah.
here, Pat.
Oh, you're back, Tony?
Tony,
I could have been.
quick question, Tony. Were you ever an option for this roster? Were you ever an option to be slotted in there or no?
Dude, fuck no. I would kill for that though.
Wait, were you trying to get in there? Be honest. Were you trying to get in
no.
there?
I mean,
I would rather-
Of course not, brother. I make my jokes with Hector, but are you out of your mind?
I would rather Jay Leto, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo,
Get Fatty in there.
Why are
That
you
guy's your hard.
cockeyed,
That guy's your hard carry, bro.
Oh,
No,
Fatty.
he's
I watch
not,
your
bro.
streams.
You must not watch a lot.
Wait, so Tony, you're getting carried by Jay Leto? Is that what I'm
No,
hearing?
he's a garden gnome. He's Hornswoggle. I absolutely carry him.
No way, dude. No fucking way.
But I'm excited to watch his team grow. I mean, I'm just happy that Merck is showing out because the way rookies usually, I mean, I guess he just disproved it at Toronto, but if you're a rookie, you either come out swinging or you start off slow. And if you do start off slow, you might get in your own head a bit. I mean, I can't even think of a better debut than this.
Yeah, honestly.
In the
Top
sense
third
of,
in
like, the
OpTic
short
and
term.
Still slamming. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we can take a look. Does it show his other series with Toronto here? Oh yeah, it does. Wow, look at this. Look at this road here from the Rook so far. 1.04, 1.06, 1.06. That was on land as well. 1.33 and a 1.51 since joining OpTic Texas in the last 2 series. Crazy from the kid, man. He's showing out, man. Mercules, man. I have a feeling I'm going to be hearing this guy's name for a very long time. So excited to see what this guy can do moving forward. But do you guys have any other thoughts on the series with OpTic and Carolina? Any thoughts on Merc? Any other opinions? Floor is yours. Nothing? Tony, you got anything you want to say, Tony?
Not really, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm excited to watch them improve, though. I think there's a lot of energy. I mean, it's not every day you get a young 21-year-old on his first starting position that's going out there and playing like this. Like, I saw a Reddit post. It was like, is he the most hype rookie of all time? And I honestly don't remember how hype Simp was when he came in, but this is definitely one of the very few players that has been gassed up like this, in the sense that he's essentially became a star overnight.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I'm excited.
Just to think a few months ago, he was in Challengers. Honestly, a few weeks ago.
Oh my God, tomorrow is awful.
Oh my God. Hector, I'm sick tomorrow.
Oh, no.
I got a tickle in my throat.
Oh, fuck no.
The first match could be
first
interesting.
match, Vancouver's 0-2.
If
Vancouver's
Vancouver
0-2.
plays like they did the first week, it'll be entertaining.
I
but I
mean,
don't expect
the
them to.
last series could be interesting if Minnesota can do something, right? Like, I mean, it would be a big win for them if they can get 10 points versus Toronto. Are they still in the champs race, or is it chalked? I mean, they're still in the race, right?
They're still in it,
still in
but
the
they're
race.
going to need to make a
They're down.
generational
They're
run.
down 30 points, so they're still in it. But
They are in New York Subliners Vanguard Major 5 territory, Tom.
Yeah, that's not good, Benjay. That's not good.
I mean, it can be done. New York did it then, but
Yo, did you
that's
guys?
where they're at.
I was
they're down
driving
40.
home.
Sorry.
Did you guys talk about how awesome it's been to see Miami play the way they've been playing?
Oh, I've been gassing Miami.
Yeah,
every day.
I mean, this super
Miami.
guy,
Miami fans over here.
this super guy is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so consistent
Rookie
across
of the
the
year for
board
me.
every game mode. I mean, yeah, I honestly had ROKKR above him just because of like the longevity, and he's been there since the beginning of the season. But now I'm finding it hard to not say that Super's the rookie of the year right now.
He's. I said it earlier when we talked about him. He's the MVP of every series they win. Like, legitimately, he is the MVP. He every S&D they play, he's just averaging a 2 KD. That is fucking crazy.
He's been insane.
It hasn't been one weekend. It has been since he joined the team. Like, it's been a whole stage, a major, and now another whole stage. He's literally the best search player in the entire league right now. It's fucking
I
wild.
still want to gas medals though. Like, I don't think that this
he's
team
turned
would
it
be-
around. He's turned it
Like,
around.
he's gonna fly under the radar eternally just because of the players on his team. But like, the consistency that Metals has found allows them to be at the floor that they are. I think Metals has been quietly very consistent for them.
And he can dance. You would have no idea.
I would have no clue at all.
Wait, what do you mean he could dance?
Oh man, when we did the 10-man roster and we went out, like we were all getting to know each other. We went to a bar called the Drake Hotel.
Okay.
And this guy was in front of the entire place just going insane. And I was like, what the fuck? Because I have
What do
no
you mean?
rhythm.
Was he fucking breakdancing or something? What do you mean?
Yeah, he was just going nuts on the dance floor. Pissed me off. I had to walk away.
What the fuck? Yeah, he could dance like that? Now we got to see him
Yep.
dance. Now we got to see this guy
He
dance.
can. He can.
Well, they're all saying to pull out the Hector clip. Come on, I can't expose my man Hector. I can't expose him
Yeah,
like
wait,
that.
Hector, what were you watching?
What was he watching
Wait a
over there,
second.
Tony? What's he watching
Oh,
over
this
there?
is a sick bastard.
We
What
see
was he
that
watching over there?
It was one of those
Those
like
troll
you know
tweets,
those
troll
clips where
tweets?
it's like an unrelated, like it was like a basketball clip, and it was like, watch this shot, and then halfway through it was like some moaning or whatever.
What it says in? What was the
Hey,
clip?
Hector said I got got. That's crazy. That's hilarious.
We all
forget
have
what
the
it
same
was
thing in
exactly.
predictions, right? We all have the same thing. We have.
We can do predictions real quick. I got Vancouver FaZe Toronto.
I think we all do.
Do we all have that?
I got
Unless everyone wants
I
an
got
upset.
3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
I got 3-1, 3-0, 3-0.
I think Boston can make it interesting. I think the other two are pretty clear cut, FaZe and Toronto, but I do think Boston Vancouver is going to be a fun, good match.
Yeah.
Especially,
so,
and
Tony? You think
honestly,
so?
I think when Snoopy's playing well, Boston is a very solid team.
Yeah.
Problem is he hasn't been playing that well in many series.
No,
of
he
late.
had a bad stage, but they've had their best run in best stage all year. No, last stage
Yeah, with him not playing.
with him playing a fucking literally
Exactly.
terrible, and now this time he's frying like we just saw it in their OpTic match. If he's frying like that, and the rest of them like keep up their form, like they're not a bad team. So
Yeah, for sure. Any other final thoughts on the day, on the matches tomorrow? You guys got anything else that you guys want to talk about? I know yesterday, one thing that I did want to bring up was I saw a lot of talk with some of the pros about control and that game mode just being fucking dirt shit. I know Liticoat's been very vocal about it. I'll be honest, just from a realistic standpoint, I don't ever see control being taken out. I just think it's a game mode. I just can't see them taking out that game mode.
There's no reason for it not to be.
I don't understand why, though, because I don't understand, like, what is the appeal of control? It's not fun to the casual market. It's not a playlist that's populated. It's not a game mode that the pros like. It's not a game mode that the fans like. Like, why are they so stubborn around control then?
Because nobody's offered a better solution. That's the issue.
Another hard point.
It's
Yo, Hector got bad.
No, it's a great comment, Jim. Great comment, Jim. But here's the issue. We talked about this on the show.
You have to have a swing mode.
Everybody says hard points. Some people like 3 searches. If the players want to get movement on this, they need to, as a group, all be unified on one proposal on how to fix this.
You need a swing mode, bro.
If it's the same, like we don't know if we want 3 hard points, 3 S&Ds, beg for
bring back Gridiron.
It's 17 fucking ideas. You all got to coalesce around one idea and go forward with it.
Let's be honest. Hold on, and I'm not
insane advantage for teams.
I'm not sure what is actually going on, but it's my knowledge that the CDL is throwing maps in that the pros aren't even voting on anymore. Am I wrong?
Correct. No, yeah, you're right.
So what do the players and teams getting together have anything to do with it if the CDL is now just throwing maps in at will? Which honestly, I'm glad they did because I think I personally enjoyed dealership. I like seeing rewind back. So I'm not saying they were bad moves, but if it's not going to be a vote anymore, what the fuck's the point?
Well, none of that really matters, bro.
I think you're forgetting.
When's the last time they made a swing mode that could work?
I'm a CTF fan. I always have been.
When's the
I
last
understand.
time CTF was in the game?
I mean, that's a different
World War II
conversation.
Yeah. So again, it doesn't really matter what the players do, the CEO, owner, whatever. The studios have to make a competitive swing mode, bro. They have to. Without it, you don't have anything to swap to.
Or you coalesce on how to handle the third game mode.
Three hard points, 3 S&Ds.
It's 3 hard points and 3 searches is ass.
They're ruining competitive integrity, bro. You have to have a swing mode. You have to. So ignore that argument. What other mode are you going to play that's in the game currently? There isn't one. So until they make one, bro, you don't have an option.
Play headquarters. Word of time.
Yeah.
Aye, listen, bring in hex quarters. Been saying it.
Hex quarters?
Everyone headquarters.
Absolutely.
Hex quarters, headquarters. Bring it in. Bring that shit in, bro. Because that shit, TDM, are they fucking crazy? TDM.
Nah, TDM
would not work in our game.
What's wrong with you guys? The fuck is wrong with y'all? You know what I mean?
Do demolition.
Listen, what about
Wait, Pat, real quick. From a game dev standpoint, would it be hard to make CT, like, hypothetically, could you just throw together CTF, or does a lot go into it?
They're running a recycled game engine for the last 20 years. They could put CTF in the game overnight. The problem is no one plays CTF in the
no one plays control.
Less than 1% of 1% play. Yeah, but it's popular in ranked. Like it's still been in ranked for a long time. People still
because
play
they force it.
They force it in there.
Yeah, but CTF has never had a casual audience, bro. Ever. Going back to when they yeah, but people that's the problem with control, bro. In Black Ops 4, we gassed it up.
It's the only year that was good, bro.
But you gassed it up, which meant that on their side, they believed that was the long-standing mode, just like Hardpoint is. We gassed up Hardpoint. No one, from a casual standpoint, CTF is the lowest playlist ever. That's why they stripped it from the game. Yeah. They probably have CTF in Black Ops 6. It is just disabled on the live game. Yeah. But in dev builds, they have it. They play tested it. They decided what was going to be in their playlist. It exists.
I'm not going to lie, bro. We bring back Gridiron.
I mean, nah, Gridiron's not going to work. I'm going to be honest. I was talking to Scrappy about this yesterday. We were talking about it, and Scrap thinks that CTF would be just as boring. He was like, the way that he thinks that people would just play it really rapid.
CTF requires good maps and good spawns.
It depends on the maps. So no, hold on.
Which is where our conversation led to. Realistically, it comes down to the maps, right? Like that's what it all comes down to.
Hold on. I actually think with the small map design we have in these new games, it wouldn't be that bad. I don't think, let's say Volt, even Skyline CTF would be bad if you put in maybe a 5-second respawn timer. The maps are small enough, the bases aren't deep enough to the point where you can just hyper turtle.
I think Rewind's the only viable CTF map that we have.
I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like I feel like you can't have insta return.
Vault CTF would work. I think Skyline CTF would work.
Skyline CTF sounds so troll.
What do you guys think about though?
I think Hacienda control could be all right.
Wait,
I
You
hate
mean
control.
CTF? You mean
For
CTF?
CTF?
Oh, sorry, I meant CTF.
for CTF, what do you think about not having insta return? Like it was like 3 seconds, like or 2 seconds, whatever it was in Modern Warfare 2.
That would
It
be
would be
bad.
better. It would be way better.
dolphin
yeah.
dive
The only problem with
saves.
Hasi
I
is,
think
like,
that's making it more entertaining. Like I think there's
Nah,
could you open
instant
that
return
quickly?
is
no. All the fact that instant return shouldn't. If we ever get CTF back, instant return shouldn't be in because instant return
it always was instant return.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be. It makes it so like when you actually do pull flags, like you actually have to like progress it if you're trying to like defend it. Whereas you can like rat it up and like let them pull the flag and just insta kill them and then return. Whereas like you couldn't do that if that was a thing. Like it would make like being aggressive way better.
This is the first time in my life where I'd be down to see headquarters. Like I'd rather headquarters over Dom, CTF. The thing about CTF is I think a peak CTF is unmatched. I've always thought that way. I think like a good fucking CTF goes insane. Then you
Headquarters
have
is
the
still
opposite
random
side of it.
locations, though, right? Are you able to?
No, but if you made headquarters like hardpoint, but with the headquarters rules, then it would be fine.
You
Like,
have the option to though in private match to do that.
Then you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get like a hard point search hybrid where
Yeah.
you capture the point and then it becomes like a sudden death. Like I think that first time I've ever said that out loud.
Dude,
This is
CTF is
a
such a good.
good clip, Tom.
Bro, there's only
Look,
two
look
good
at him,
modes,
look,
bro.
look.
It's war and sabotage.
Look at
bro.
the-
This was the
look at me,
worst
wait.
Wait,
CTF.
war
Funny
was
enough, this was the
godlike.
worst CTF
War
map.
was
Bro,
godlike.
they ran listen-ins every time because they didn't want to cast for a CTF.
Yeah, this was the worst CTF map, and it still had entertaining moments.
What a strong message.
I mean,
Wait, I
hey,
thought this
CTF's
was really
different, bro.
entertaining. Sam, Zinni, you're both here. Remember playing?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was
CTF?
awesome.
My
But
king
can I
couldn't
just-
purchase
can I
one
just
with
come
his
back
platinum
to,
image.
Can I come back to the dev thing, like the map pool thing?
Before you do, one thing we do need, ladies and gentlemen, is some snipers back in S&D. Can we make that
there we
happen
go.
or what? Can we make that happen here? I mean, what's going
Chalk,
on?
bro.
Is it chalked? Is that actually chalked forever?
It's definitely chalk this year.
It's chalked this year, yeah. It's probably chalked every year. There's players that don't get
As
sniped
long
in the league.
as long as they have aim assist on snipers, the new gen pros will never want it in.
I watched Dan Ghosty miss 85 shots in a row on an uncrossable cross, according to pro players.
Yep. I mean, Dan Ghosty said that he would kill me on the cross every time, and he went 0 for 10 on me dolphin diving across. I
Players just don't want to get sniped. They don't want to get punished. Is what
I
it is.
guess so, dude. I
Right.
guess so. You know what I mean?
That was
Well,
a nub you just killed, Tom.
People
yeah,
just want
no.
to throw shoulders forever, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's
I got the. This is when the Slayers started seeing. This is when the Slayers started seeing me play. This is when the Slayer was thinking about teaming with me. I was
What
like,
event was this?
dude, I don't know. But look at the look at the booth. Look, it's Knockside and Vexed. Look at these guys. yeah. Look at Tony. Look at us.
the guy on the far right kind of looks like Prolute when he's like when he was frozen
That's
right there.
Hamza.
Hamza, man.
Hamza.
Was this X Games?
Nah, this
Dude,
is not,
you
this was
look
Anaheim.
exactly. Dude, you look like
Wait, you were
the
playing
kid
with
from,
Legal?
Huh? Yeah, I was playing with Tyrese. Yeah. That's my.
I
that was
I
my
don't
duo,
remember that
bro.
at
That
all.
was my duo.
I played with Tyree in AW at the beginning of the year. It was me, Rick, Tyree, and
Yeah,
Thieves, bro.
you guys refused to play
Yo,
GAs.
that team is
and ran
hilarious.
Stim, ran
we
camo.
got top 3 at the first event. I'm not complaining.
Wait,
But you
Tom.
refused to
Tom, go
fucking
back to
play
that, Tom.
GAs.
Go back to what?
Go back to what you looked like, and then go search the Umbrella Academy.
Okay. Okay, Tommy. No problem. No problem.
No.
There I am right here. Actually, let me pause it. Let me pause it here. Since you want to be an asshole. All right. Since you want to be a fucking asshole, let me pause it here. Okay. So there I am here. There I am. You see me.
Yeah, there you are.
Okay.
And now go search the Umbrella Academy, Tom.
Okay. Let me search the Umbrella Academy just for you, Tone. Is there anybody in particular or
Slowly.
just Umbrella Academy?
I mean, you'll see him.
Okay. Umbrella Academy. Okay. Slowly. The fuck is this? I don't see anything. I see a bunch of people. But I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, let me find him then.
What's his
Let me
name?
find.
Let
Let me see. The
doing that, just to address your points in from earlier, if all teams and players put together a proposal and sent it to the league, it would be honestly reviewed. Like if they band together and all said this is our one idea, I want to do it, it would get considered. It's like I know that like the league's been going off doing their own thing on map pools, whatever. Like on that front, they would like actually care.
Tom, his name is number 5.
Yeah, I got him. Yeah, I got him. You guys are fucking assholes. Everybody's a fucking piece of shit. You know what I mean? What the fuck, Tony?
It's pretty uncanny.
Fucking asshole. It's your problem, Don. That was your problem.
What else can we talk about, man? Let's stir some shit up. Let's think.
Nothing. Ben's got a sushi date tonight. We got to wrap it up.
Wait, Ben, are
That's
you?
usually chalked.
With
It's
Adam.
chalked.
Oh, with
10
FHM.
p.m. It's already chalked.
Wait, your date is chalked?
I gotta take a piss,
No,
bro. Let's wrap
we
this
were gonna
up.
go get sushi, but like it's fine. I got 7:30 fucking tea time tomorrow morning. Like I'm going to bed after this.
Oh,
shit.
here we go. This old bastard. Here we go.
Well, how do you want me to
Great
fit
clip,
it? How do
Tom.
you want me to fit
Ramaza
golf on the
hard
weekends?
point,
I got
guys.
coffee and
What a
coffee,
map,
got
huh,
matches,
Sam? What a
like,
map.
This is the worst game of all time
awful
ever.
game. Awful
Ramaza,
game.
bro. Wrap it
Oh
up.
man.
Wrap it up, bro. I'm watching Ramaza hard point.
All right, man.
Specifically this L.
Wait, what did Damon say? What did he say?
He asked what's
Oh,
his
he
name
said,
to
what's his
Benja.
name? He said, what's his name? Slowly.
Look at what I'm watching, bro. We should run through
So,
these smokes with
Oh,
knives.
what a game. What
Oh,
matter
this is
of
against
fact,
me.
Sam LaRue, there you
Hey,
are.
it's me. Look at me.
I'll
I'm
be right back.
carrying. I'm getting costed.
Sam LaRue, there you are. There
I'm
goes
getting
Dan.
Got costed by
costed.
Danny and costed by Cal.
Oh my
Down goes
god.
Sam LaRue, man. Down he goes, man.
I'm getting
Unbelievable.
costed.
Sam, I
You
think
bring
were-
up your montage on the flank?
No, of course not. I would never do that. Goodbye, Ian. Goodbye, Sam. Ooh, goodbye, Sam. Ooh.
Guy was baiting his team. Of course, are you gonna kill me? Like I'm shooting your boy.
No, watch this movement though. Watch this movement right here. See, they didn't call me the movement king. Look, how you doing? Oh fuck,
Missed the window.
No, that was on purpose. Nah, hell no.
Oh,
Did
it was
that
on purpose.
Yeah, that was
No,
on
it was on
purpose,
purpose.
bro. That was on
I'm getting
purpose.
costed. Can we talk about it? This is insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm fucking disgusted. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for us. The floor is yours. Anything you guys want to say? Floor is yours. Anything else you want to get off your chest? Tony, thank you for hopping on. Tony, I appreciate you.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure.
Much love, Tony. Much love. And Benjay, we need you to hit the pub, Benjay, if you don't mind. If you can, get ready for that.
Heard on the butt.
Here's the OpTic dynasty here. Here's the dynasty. You know what I mean? It's Damon Barlow. Damon, you're getting costed, I think, Damon. You're getting costed. Be like that. You know what I mean? Slowly.
I remember Damien having like 17 on this map in a game 5. I don't remember who it was against. I don't know why that just popped into my brain.
Bro, remember the K-bar?
Damon pop fucking tank
Remember
and
the
actually
skinny
dropped like
bot?
17 on Scorch S&D.
Remember the skinny bot Osa?
Bro, this game was.
This game was dog shit, bro.
Awful.
This game was horrible. Ladies and gentlemen, Benjay Nassim stepping up to the green. And he didn't. Oh, I thought he was about to hit it. He didn't hit it yet. Benjay stepping up. He's got his slippies on. Tony, does he hit it? Yes or no?
Dude, I hope so.
Oh, and he hits the pole. Nice and easy from Benjay. Unbelievable.
Good job, Ben. Good job.
Good job, Benjay. Good
Thank you,
job.
thank
Unbelievable,
Love you,
Benjay. Unbelievable. But
Hopefully
guys,
I pot well tomorrow, Tom, and we can shoot nice low 80s around. Maybe break 80 tomorrow. We'll see.
absolutely, I like that.
So,
But guys, that's gonna do it for us today, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Go to anchor.fm/theflank. Check out all the audio sites are on, and go follow @theflank. All right, Gert's doing a phenomenal job running socials over there, so make sure to go check that out. And then, of course, ZooMaa.gg for the merch, and join the community if you haven't already. Make sure to join the community. It's spotlight to the top of my channel, top of the flank, Twitter. Absolutely. Tony, you got anything you want to say, Tony? Go ahead, Tony.
it
Go.
was an absolute pleasure, Tom. I mean, it's just one of those things. Absolutely. That's, every time we get together, it's a time,
It's
man.
a good time, Tom. Thank
Go
you
fuck
again.
yourself,
Shout out
man.
to Tony again. Shout out to Tony. And shout out to all you guys in the chat, man. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you guys tomorrow with a heater, with a lot of great matches tomorrow. I'm excited to get into it. We'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Take it easy. Later, guys. Peace out. Ciao, ciao. Salute.